ओम जजाग्रतो दूरमुदैति दैवं तदोषपश तथैवैते दूरंगमं ज्योतिखां ज्योतिरे कंतन्मे मनः शिव संकल्पमस्तु। हरि ओम अग्निस्थापनम्।
चलो मैं एक और मिले ना।
ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः द्यौरिति भूम्ना पृथिवी वरिम्ना तस्यास्ते पृथिवी देवयजनि पृष्ठे अग्निमन्नाद् मन्नाद् छाया दधे। ओम भूर्भुवस्वः भगवान् अग्नेयः गच्छ यः सुप्रतिष्ठितो वरदो भव। ओम उदबुध्यस्वाग्नेः प्रतिजाग्रेः त्वमिष्टा पूर्ते सगुं सृजेथामयं च विश्वे देवा यजमानस्य सीदत। ओम समिधाग्निं दिवस्यत घृतैर्बोधयत तिथिम् अस्मिन् हव्याजुहोतन। ओम अग्नये स्वाहा। ओम सुषमिद्धाय शोचिखे घृतं तीव्रं जुहोतन। अग्नये जातवेदसे स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं नाम मम। ओम तन्त्वारद्भिरङ्गिरो घृतेन वर्धयामसि बृहच्छोचाजविष्ठया। अग्नये अंगिरसे स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये अंगिरसे इदं नाम मम। पंचघृताहुति। ओम आप ये यहाँ पे रखिए। ओम अयंता युद्धात्मा जातवेदस्तेन धस्व वर्धस्व चेद्धवर्धया चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानादेन समेधया स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम। ओम अयंत युद्धात्मा जातवेदस्तेन धस्व वर्धस्व चेद्धवर्धया चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानादेन समेधया स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम। ओम अयंत युद्म आत्मा जातवेदस्तेन धस्व वर्धस्व चेद्धवर्धया चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानादेन समेधया स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम। ओम अयंत युद्म आत्मा जातवेदस्तेन धस्व वर्धस्व चेद्धवर्धया चास्मान् प्रजया पशुभिर्ब्रह्मवर्चसे नानादेन समेधया स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये जातवेदसे इदं न मम। ओम परिस्तरणम्। ओम अदितेन मन्यस्व। ओम अनुमतेन मन्यस्व। ओम सरस्वत्यानुमन्यस्व। ओम देव सवतः प्रसुभ यज्ञं प्रसुभ जगपते। ओम आधार अग्निं स्वाहा मंत्र। ओम भू अग्नये स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये इदं न मम। ओम भुवर्वायवे स्वाहा। इदं वायवे इदं न मम। ओम स्वः सूर्याय स्वाहा। इदं सूर्याय इदं न मम। ओम भूर्भुवस्वः अग्निवाय आदित्येभ्यः स्वाहा। इदम् अग्निवाय आदित्येभ्यः इदं न मम। ओम जदस्य कर्मणोत्यरीरिचं जद्वा न्यूनं यः कर्म अग्निष्टत् सृष्टकृत विद्यात् सर्वं सृष्टं सुहुतं करोतु मे। अग्नये सृष्टकृते सुहुत हुते सर्वप्रायश्चित्ताहुतीनां कामानां समर्धित्रे सर्वान्नः कामान् समर्धया स्वाहा। इदम् अग्नये सृष्टकृते इदं न मम। सामग्री से सभी शुरू करेंगे। ओम हाथ में उठा के प्लेट रखना पड़ेगा।
प्लेट में सामग्री दे दो। इसमें दे दो। हो गया है।
आगे आगे।
ओम तन्नो अग्ने वरुणस्य विद्वान् देवस्य हेजो अभयास्य श्रेष्ठा ज्येष्ठो बलितमासो सुचानो विश्वादेशांसि प्रमो मुग्ध्यस्मत् स्वाहा। इदम अग्नि वरुणाभ्याम इदम न मम इमं मे वरुण सुधे हवमद्या च मीडिया त्वाम वस्राज के वरुणाय स्वाहा। इदम वरुणाय इदम न मम ओम जेते शतं वरुणे जगियापासादिता महान्तः ते धीर्नो अद्य सवितो तद्विष्णुर्विश्वे मुञ्चन्तु मरुतः स्वर्गाः स्वाहा। इदम विष्णवे विश्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यो मरुभ्यः स्वर्गेभ्यः इदं न मम ओम अयाश्चाग्ने असिना विशस्ति पाश सत्यमुत्तमयास्यानो यज्ञं बहास्यानो देहि भेख जगुं स्वाहा। इदम अग्ने आयसे इदं न मम ओम उदुत्तमं वरुण पाशमस्मद्बाधवं विमधुवं सखाय अथा भयमादित्य व्रते तवा नागसो अदितये श्याम स्वाहा। इदं वरुणाय आदित्यादिते च इदं न मम ओम भवतन्नः समनसो सचेतसा वरे पशो मा यज्ञ गुं यज्ञपतिं जात वेदसो शिवो भवत मध्यनः स्वाहा। इदं जात वेदोभ्याम इदं न मम ओम सूर्यो ज्योति ज्योति सूर्यः स्वाहा। ओम सूर्यो वर्चो ज्योतिर्वर्चः स्वाहा। ओम ज्योति सूर्यः सूर्यो ज्योतिः स्वाहा। ओम सजुर्देवेन सजुर्सचन्द्रवत्याजुषानः सूर्यो वेतो स्वाहा। ओम अग्नि ज्योति ज्योतिरग्निः स्वाहा। ओम अग्नि वर्चो ज्योतिर्वर्चः स्वाहा। ओम ज्योतिरग्निरग्नि ज्योतिः स्वाहा स्वाहा। ओम भू अग्नये प्राणाय स्वाहा। इदम अग्नये प्राणाय इदम न मम ओम भुवर वायवे अपानाय स्वाहा। इदम वायवे अपानाय इदम न मम ओम स्वर आदित्याय व्यानाय स्वाहा। इदम आदित्याय व्यानाय इदम न मम ओम भूर्भस्वः अग्निवाय आदित्येभ्यः प्राण अपान बयानेभ्यः स्वाहा। इदम अग्निवाय आदित्येभ्यः प्राण अपान बयानेभ्यः इदम न मम ओम आपो ज्योति रसोमृतम ब्रह्म भूर्भुवस्वरोम स्वाहा। ओम यां मेधां देवगणाः पितरश्चोपासते तया मामद्य मेधयाग्ने मेधाविनं कुरु स्वाहा। ओम विश्वानि देव सवितर्दुरितानि पराशुभ यद्भद्रं तन्न आशुभ स्वाहा। ओम अग्ने नयासु पथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वरुणानि विद्वान् जुयुध्यस्मात् जुहुरान मेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नमोक्तिं विधेमा स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भगो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगंधिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् स्वाहा ओम सर्वेभ्यो देवेभ्यः स्वाहा ओम शिष्टकृतेभ्यः स्वाहा ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णं स्वाहा ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णं स्वाहा ओम सर्वं वै पूर्णं स्वाहा ओम एक चम्मच घी भर के और ऐसे धार लगा दीजिए, चम्मच से ही लगा दीजिए, बस हो गया, बैठे बैठे ही लगा बैठ और चलिए ये दे दीजिए। ओम वसोः पवित्रमसि सतधारं वसोः पवित्रमसि सहस्रधारं देवस्त्वा सविता पुनातु वसोः पवित्रेण सतधारेण सुपाकामधुक्षा स्वाहा। हाथ जोड़ के ईश्वर स्तुति प्रार्थना उसका यज्ञ का ओम यज्ञ रूप प्रभु हमारे भाव उज्जवल कीजिए, छोड़ दे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए, वेद की बोलें विचारें सत्य को धारण करें, हर समय हो माग्न सारे शोक सागर से तरें, अश्वमेधादिक विचारें यज्ञ पर उपकार को धर्म मर्यादा चलाकर लाभ दे संसार को, नित्य श्रद्धा भक्ति से यज्ञादि हम करते रहे। रोग पीड़ित विश्व के संताप सब हरते रहे। भावना मिट जाए मन से पाप अत्याचार की। कामनाएं पूर्ण हो यज्ञ से नर नारी की। लाभकारी हो हवन हर प्राणधारी के लिए। वायु जल सर्वत्र हो शुभ गंध को धारण किए। स्वार्थ भाव मिटे हमारा प्रेम पथ विस्तार हो। इदं मम का सार्थक प्रत्येक में व्यवहार हो। हाथ जोड़ झुकाए मस्तक वंदना हम कर रहे। नाथ करुणा रूप करुणा आपकी सब पर रहे। पूजनीय पिता हमारे भाव उज्जवल कीजिए। छोड़ देवे छल कपट को मानसिक बल दीजिए। प्रभु आत्मिक बल दीजिए। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धु च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव। बोलो प्रेम से यज्ञ पुरुष भगवान की जय। भारत माता की जय। हर हर महादेव। आशीर्वाद या पहले दो शब्द कहेंगे आप? आशीर्वाद। ओम त्रायुखम जमदग्न कश्यपस्य त्रायुखम वद्देवो त्रायुखम तन्नो अस्तु त्रायुखम। ओम त्रायुखम जमदग्न कश्यपस्य त्रायुखम जद्देवो त्रायुखम तन्नो अस्तु त्रायुखम। ओम त्रायुखम जमदग्न कश्यपस्य त्रायुखम जद्देवो त्रायुखम तन्नो अस्तु त्रायुखम। फूल सभी ले लें। ओम ब्रह्मण ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसो जावतांगा राष्ट्रे राजन्यः सूर्यखद्योतो द्वाभे महारथो जावताम्। देभो धनुर्बोधा मध्वानासुः सप्तः पुरंधर्जोधा विष्णुरथोस्थाः सर्वो विवास्य जजमानस्य धीरो जायताम्। निकानः पर्जन्यः वर्षतो फलवत्यो नौषधयः पच्यन्ताम्। योगक्षेमो नः कल्पताम्। मंत्रार्था सफला सन्तु पूर्णा सन्तु मनोरथाः। मित्राणामुदयस्तव। ओम दीर्घायुर्भव। बच्चे पर भी उधर आप सब शिक्षक सब बच्चे पर। ओम
मैं माइक देखो करवा देता हूँ। लो बेटा शुरू करो।
ये लो बच्चों, खुश रहो।
As we conclude this auspicious Havan ceremony, we would like to thank our distinguished chief guest, Honorable Shri Akhilesh Mishra Sir, former Ambassador to Ireland and Madam Ambassador on Young Minds of India, Leadership Innovation and India's journey towards Viksit Bharat 2047, for gracing us with their valuable presence today. Sir, ma'am, your gracious presence has added immense value to this occasion. We are delighted to welcome you all among us today. Over to you, sir.
Nothing could give me a great privilege and honor to be present at a time when we are praying for the welfare and well-being of one and all in the august presence of His Excellency Ambassador Mishra Sahab, Madam Mishra Ji, and what more from the Niti Aayog, our very dear friend Dr. Shashank Sai. He himself is driving the agenda of Vision for Viksit Bharat, is here with us this morning to inspire each one of you to think of Mother India, think of for creating a bright future for the vast humanity that have chosen to be their abode here in our Sanatan Sanskriti called Bharat. We are so much delighted to extend a very warm welcome to our dignitaries here, to all of you, especially the precious and their proud parents. We are so privileged to have you here. आप सबने अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हवन को करते हुए देखा होगा. आपने इस बात को भी सुना होगा कि हवन के हर आहुति के बाद हम बड़े जोर तोड़ से कह रहे हैं, इदम न मम, ये मेरा नहीं है जो मैं आज भगवान को अर्पण कर रहा हूँ, ये सब ईश्वर आप ही का है. ऐसा मन में भाव लेकर के हमारे सनातन संस्कृति में वैदिक हवन को किया जाता है. ये मेरा नहीं है. अगर ऐसा मन में भाव आ जाए तो आपके मन से लालच खत्म हो जाएगा, ग्रीड खत्म हो जाएगी, अहंकार खत्म हो जाएगा. आपके मन में दुनिया को कोई देने की भावना जागृत होगी और सही अर्थों में आप में अपने मानव मूल्यों का सृजन होगा. ऐसी भावना के साथ अमेठी विश्वविद्यालय में हमारे ऑनरेबल फाउंडर प्रेसिडेंट जी के मार्गदर्शन में, ऑनरेबल चांसलर डॉक्टर सिंह चौहान जी के नेतृत्व में हम हमारे शिक्षा का शुभारंभ वैदिक हवन के साथ करते हैं. मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि पंडित जी आज नहीं, पिछले 12-15 साल से हमारे विश्वविद्यालय में आकर के हवन को संपन्न करा रहे हैं. मैं उनके चरणों में नमन करता हूं और आप सबको इस बहुत ही दिव्य अवसर पर अपनी हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं और आपका स्वागत और आपका अभिनंदन करता हूं. विशेष रूप से एक्सीलेंसी मिश्रा साहब, वी आर सो मच ग्रेटफुल टू यू फॉर योर ऑगस्ट प्रेजेंस हियर along with Madam Misra ji. And what could be more, the Niti Aayog itself is present here. We are looking at you, Dr. Sahab, for drawing the strategic framework of the new pathways for growth and development of Dikshit Bharat, which will not only be materially prosperous, a 50 trillion economy in the world, but also one of the happiest, one of the healthiest country in the world, so that we could feel immensely proud of being part and parcel of this great nation. We are looking towards you and to your friends in the Niti Aayog to provide to the nation the pathways which we can walk with courage, confidence and conviction, pouring our education, our knowledge, our innovativeness, our enterprising spirit and our samarpan to Mother India to make this nation one of the greatest nation on the earth. But this cannot be done merely by Dr. Shah. We all have to work together and co-create this bright future for our great nation. That's why we have invited you here, sir, to inspire the Vice Chancellor, the members of the faculty, but also the young student community who are joining today our university, to create in them the great capability that will create the India of our dream. We are looking towards you with that kind of aspiration. We are also looking towards you, Excellency Misra Sahab, because we know that we are in a very different world today, where geopolitical tensions and geopolitical relationship has suddenly become very important. We need to work together, not only as a nation, but group of nations, nations of the whole world, so that the cause of peace, prosperity, happiness and good health of the environment and good health of humanity could be traded and transacted, not only here within the four walls and borders of our country, but all around the globe. And it is with that kind of aspirations and expectations we have invited our Honorable Chief Guest, Excellency Misra Sahab, to enlighten each one of us here. I am so happy to extend to a warm welcome on behalf of my Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Vikas Madhukar, my very senior officers present here, Major General G.A. Dole, the Dean of Student Welfare, Rear Admiral Pandey Sir, Director of HR, Dr. Sachin Juneja, who must have seen him many times during your encounter in our admission and marketing cell, Dr. Sanjana Bey, who has been driving the agenda of making everybody taken care of and being cheerful. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you to all my deans and HOIs and members of the faculty present here in good number. Thank you to each one. We will assemble in the hall nearby and will continue this DEEKSHARAMBH today at our university. A warm welcome to you once again and to your proud parents. Thank you so much indeed. Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Balyan. Dr. Balyan is one of the oldest officer I have in the university. The entire greenery in the campus owes to Dr. Balyan. He is also my additional director of HR, giving me the best of the brains to nurture the faculty strength of my university. So happy to have you. My proctor is smiling there. Strongest face I have selected. कम से कम और कुछ ना हो, लेकिन अपनी तंदुरुस्ती के लिए तो आप जाने जाते हो, अपने ज्ञान के लिए जाने जाते हो, वैदिक संस्कृति के लिए समर्पण के जाने जाते हो. That's why we selected you as the proctor of our university. Let you give both the jnana as well as courage and conviction to walk along the pathways of glory during our own lifetime. We are also very happy to have our deputy dean, who is perhaps the tallest faculty member I have with me. He will be looking after all your academics. My control of examination and additional control of examination, both of them are here, Mr. Bishwas and Dr. Bharadwaj. And I'm sure you will meet each one of them. But without taking much of your time, I invite you to walk to the auditorium and occupy your glorious seats so that we could begin the formal function over there. Thank you so much, Panditji, once again for conducting the Vedic Havan for us.
आपका आशीर्वाद आयुष्मान हो, कल्याण
सर बेटा
प्रसाद का ध्यान बोलिए.
अब प्रसाद का वितरण किया जाएगा. So I would like to request everybody to be seated, and after that kindly proceed to the D block auditorium. Thank you so much.
बोल तो दिया, बोल
और भी
दिया.
जो था लास्ट में क्या था सारा आप बोल रहे हो.
बोल दो दिया, मीटिंग का वो करना है.
हाँ हाँ बोल दिए
सर का वो करना है. बोल दो, बोल दो. चाहे आपके में कोई
क्या करेंगे
आप ऑडिटोरियम में
Have you ever wondered how this small stove produces
A very good morning to everyone. I request all the students
How old is the new
and the
hire?
parents to please take their seats. We are about to begin with the program. I once again request all the students entering the auditorium, kindly take your respective seats. We are about to begin with the program. I also request you to put your mobile phones on silent mode once the program is on. There's an announcement for all the new students. As we have got to know, some of you have not registered, and so you might not have got your food coupons. Once the inaugural session is over, you're supposed to go to your respective departments, collect the food coupons, and then you can disperse for the venues where the lunch will be served. Thank you. I request everyone to please take their seats. Hurry up, students, please settle down. Our dignitaries have arrived. All the students, please take your seats. We're about to begin. We'll begin the day with a quote by APJ Abdul Kalam. Dream, dream, dream. Dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts results in action. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable dignitaries, fellow faculty members, parents, and my dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to extend to you all warm greetings on behalf of MIT University, Haryana. It is my delight and honor to welcome all to grace this occasion. To mark another landmark of success, together as a family of MIT, allow me to welcome you all to the DEEKSHARAMBH 2026 Student Induction Program. Our orientation program is anchored in the vision to discover, aspire, and achieve towards a Viksit Bharat 2047, a call to think creatively, build our strengths, and contribute to a progressive and inclusive India. Complementing this is the spirit of SAGE, socializing, associating, governing, and experiencing, which reflects what these days truly represent, forging connections, learning to lead, and immersing ourselves in experiences that shape our journey ahead. Together, these themes set the tone for our growth, not just as students, but as future contributors to a developed nation. We are thrilled to have you here on this exciting and significant day, which marks the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter filled with learning, growth, and endless possibilities. And we are delighted to be a part of your journey. We are extremely privileged to have amongst us Honorable Founder President Sir Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Honorable Chancellor Sir Dr. Aseem Chauhan, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir Professor Dr. P.B. Sharma Sir, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Vikas Madhukar Sir, our Chief Guest His Excellency Akhilesh Mishra Ji, the keynote speaker Dr. Shashank Shah, the guest of honor Ms. Jill Lai, respected Dr. Ravi Manuja, Registrar Amity University, Haryana, Professor Rajendra Prasad, Dean Faculty of Science, Engineering and Technology, Professor UN Singh, Dean Faculty of Arts, Major General J.S. Dul, Dean Student Welfare, Dr. Sachin Juneja, Director Admissions and Marketing, Professor Dr. Anil Yadav, Deputy Dean Academics, and Professor Dr. Sanjana Vich, Deputy Dean Student Welfare. We also have our esteemed guests of the day, deans, directors, and other senior officials of the fraternity at MIT University, Haryana. Shubham karoti kalyanam, arogyam dhan sampada, shatru buddhi vinashaye, deepa jyoti namastute. I fold my hands before the light that brings prosperity, auspiciousness, good health, abundance of wealth, and destruction of the enemy's intellect. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to commence our event with the customary practice of Amity University by lighting the lamp of knowledge and wisdom that symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the illumination of knowledge. To light the ceremonial lamp, we are honored to have with us all the distinguished guests.
या कुन्देन्दुतुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डवण्डितकरा या श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्करप्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती निःशेषजाड्यापहा.
Thank you to our esteemed dignitaries for lighting the lamp and inaugurating our orientation program. This light will continue to illumine our paths ahead, filled with promise and purpose as we embark on this journey together. Amity University, Haryana is proud to be among a select group of universities in Asia recognized with the prestigious LEED Platinum certification, showcasing our unwavering commitment to environmental responsibility and sustainable development. Amity University, Haryana is built on a foundation which embodies all the qualities that have made Amity institutions world-class over the last 2 decades. It has instituted global standards in education, training, and research with state-of-the-art infrastructure and the latest teaching technologies. With industry-integrated curricula, the university trains future leaders of the corporate world by blending modernity with tradition in each of its students. The campus provides a multicultural environment with the presence of students from across India and more than 15 countries who share diversity of regions, ethnicities, flavors, and cuisines, giving the campuses a global outlook. Our university stands as a beacon of academic excellence, innovation, and global distinction, consistently earning recognition on some of the world's most prestigious educational platforms. We are proudly placed among the rank band 301 to 400 institutions globally in the Times Higher Education Impact Ranking, 1201 to 1500 in the Times Higher Education World University Ranking, and 501 to 600 in the Times Higher Education Asia University Rankings, a testament to our unwavering pursuit of excellence. At the national level, our university continues to be recognized among India's premier institutions with our schools of law, pharmacy, management, engineering, and liberal arts, securing distinguished positions in leading rankings such as India Today, Times, and Data Quest. These accolades reflect our steadfast commitment to academic rigor, pioneering research, innovation, industry relevance, and the holistic development of every learner. As we continue to raise the bar, another landmark achievement is on the horizon. Our university is actively progressing towards the prestigious Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business accreditation, one of the world's most respected benchmark of excellence in business education. This significant milestone underscores our commitment to global quality standards, continuous improvement, and preparing graduates to excel in an increasingly interconnected world. As you embark on this exciting journey, remember that you are joining more than just a university. You are becoming a part of a vibrant community that nurtures curiosity, celebrates innovation, inspires leadership, and empowers individuals to shape the future with confidence and purpose. The vision of the university is to be a world-class center of creativity and innovation and to contribute to the progress of humanity through excellence in education, industry, and society-relevant research and extension services. The 110-acre campus provides multicultural environment with the presence of students from across India and more than 22 countries who share diversity of religions, ethnicities, flavors, and cuisines, giving them a global outlook. Achieving this academic excellence expresses the core philosophy of the university and is driving force behind rigorous academic programs and high quality teaching, which instills a spirit of learning amongst students. The university is committed in integrating education with human values in pursuit of interdisciplinary research, nurturing innovation, development of innovative products and innovative systems in an environment of learning. Welcome to a university where your aspirations meet endless opportunities. Let us all join hands in acknowledging this remarkable achievement with our heartfelt appreciation for the Amity University, Haryana.
Moving ahead with the program, it is my privilege to invite a distinguished academic leader, an inspiring mentor, and the visionary guiding Amity University Gurugram towards excellence, Professor Dr. Vikas Madhukar, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Dean Faculty of Management Studies, Director Amity Business School, and Head of the Amity Innovation Incubation Center. Professor Madhukar holds a doctorate in international finance from Kurukshetra University and brings over 25 years of distinguished experience in teaching, research, consultancy, training, and academic leadership. An expert in strategy, finance, leadership, and organizational development, he has been instrumental in advancing academic innovation, curriculum development, and entrepreneurial and institutional excellence at Amity University, Gurugram. An accomplished academic and mentor, he has produced 15 PhDs, published over 80 research papers, and authored 5 books, and currently serves as editor-in-chief of 3 prestigious journals: the Scopus Index Journal of Content, Community, and Communication, Amity Management Analyst, and BRICS Perspective, a journal of strategic analysis and policy relevance. He also heads the Center for BRICS and Center for Financial Analytics. A recipient of the Award for Excellence in Higher Education, Professor Madhukar has been appointed as Mentor for Change under Atal Innovation Mission of Niti Aayog and has served as a resource person and trainer for leading organizations including Ericsson, Keen India, Food Corporation of India, and QL2 Software. Under his leadership, Amity University Gurugram continues to foster a culture of academic excellence, innovation, and holistic development, preparing future-ready leaders for a rapidly changing world. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now have the honor of inviting our Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Dr. Vikas Madhukar, sir, to kindly deliver the welcome address. Let us welcome him with a resounding round of applause. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. I want positive, full energy in this auditorium. So you should all say in one voice, how is the Josh? This is a very important day for you. And I believe the decision which you all have taken to seek admission in this university is going to transform your life forever. Our most respected founder president, sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, our most innovative honorable chancellor, Dr. Asim Chauhan, respected vice chancellor, Professor Dr. P.B. Sharma, registrar Dr. Ravi Manuja, Professor Dr. U.N. Singh, Dean of Liberal Art, my other colleagues sitting on dais, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Dean Science, Engineering and Technology, Major General J.S. Dhul, Dean of Student Welfare, Dr. Sachin Juneja, Director Admission and Marketing, Dr. Anil Kumar, Deputy Dean Academics, Dr. Vij, Deputy Dean Student Welfare, our esteemed keynote speaker, Dr. Shashank Shah from Niti Aayog, our guest of honor, Ms. Jille from Taipai Economic and Cultural Center in India, Chief guest of the day, His Excellency Shri Akhilesh Mishra ji, former Ambassador of Ireland, esteemed deans, senior officials of the university, director, head of the departments, faculty member, proud parents, and above all, my dear young friends, the vibrant class of batch 2026-2027. A very good morning to all of you. On behalf of entire Amity family, I am most delighted to extend a very warm welcome to freshers and their proud parents on this momentous occasion of student induction program for the class of 2026 DEEKSHARAMBH to Amity University, Gurugram. I am equally delighted to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guest on the dais, Dr. Shashank Shah, Director, Higher Education, and a specialist who is working on Viksit Bharat planning with the apex planning body of the country, Niti Aayog. Ms. Jille, Director of Education Division, Taipai Economic and Culture Center in India. Our chief guest, His Excellency Shri Akhilesh Mishra ji, former Ambassador to Ireland. My most gracious welcome to all, sir. Today marks the beginning of most transformative chapter of your life. As you step onto this lush green, intellectually stimulating campus of Amity University, Haryana, you are not merely entering an institution, you are joining a global family which is built on excellence, innovation, and character. Mind it, the three words which I spoke are very, very important: excellence, innovation, and character, and that define the DNA of Amity. Look around you. This campus is going to be a crucible where your potential will refine into capability and your dream will forged into reality. I assure you that the next few years of your life will be transformative, inspiring, and filled with incredible experience at this university. Amity Education Group has been established by Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan with a vision and mission to change the landscape of higher education in the country, to make India knowledge superpower. In the backdrop of this vision, today Amity has not only presence in India, but it has established its presence globally with large number of international campuses and 14 university campuses, preschools, schools where more than 250,000 brilliant students are studying. Our inspirational leader, our charismatic leader, Dr. Aseem Chauhan, who is a chancellor of this university and who is a global higher education leader and a powerhouse for all Amitian. Under the leadership of Dr. Aseem Chauhan, our Honorable Chancellor, Amity University, Haryana was established in year 2010. We have 17 institutions running in the universities which are offering more than 100 plus program in more than 40 disciplines with a student strength of 6,500 plus and bright faculty members, more than 400 faculty expert. The testimony of quality education which Amity University is providing is evident from the accolade and ranking which this university has achieved in the past. In a very short span of 15 years, a decade and a half, the university is now adjudged as the top 600 universities in the Asia by Times Higher Education. This is a university which has been ranked globally at 15 in Sustainable Development Goal 15, which is life on land. And when I say that we have achieved a rank of 60 globally, it means that this university has been reviewed and evaluated out of more than 2,000 universities globally. Those they have participated in this ranking, which is a great achievement for this university. And we call this campus a sustainable green campus. I'm also proud to share that our interdisciplinary science ranking is among 201 and 250 globally. Besides that, most of our institutions, whether it is Amity School of Engineering and Technology, it is Amity Business School, it is Amity Institute of Pharmacy, it is Amity Law School. They have been ranked among top in the country. Today, I assure you that the journey which you are going to embark is going to be very, very exciting. This year, we have kept the theme of this orientation program, the 3 words which you have heard from our MC: discover, aspire, and achieve. My dear student, as you embark on this journey, I encourage you to dream big, set goals for yourself, and strive for excellence. Take risk, step out of your comfort zone, and embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. This is a time to explore new ideas, challenging old beliefs, and develop a thirst for knowledge. The 3 words which you see here, discover, aspire, and achieve, these 3 simple words are not just a motto for this week, but they actually represent the blueprint of your journey over the next few years, and indeed the rest of your life. When the team of AUH was sitting and doing planning on this orientation program, after about a discussion of 2 hours, we have finalized that yes, these 3 words are going to inspire our student, and we have kept the theme of this orientation program. If I deep dive into these 3 pillars, how they are going to shape your journey, the first word, discover, which says that uncover your passion and potential. Your time and Amity is an open invitation to explore. Discovery is not only confined to your textbook or lecture, it happens when you step out of your comfort zone. This is a time to discover your intellect. This is a time to discover your passion. This is a time to discover yourself. While once you discover who you are, the next important step is to aim high. Aspiration is the fuel of human progress. Do not limit your vision by what seems easily achievable. At Amity, we aspire our students to be leaders, not just followers. At Amity, we aspire our students to innovate. At Amity, we aspire our students to make an impact on the society. And while you dream big, it is important that you must have an action plan to achieve. Aspiration without action is merely a daydream. Achievement requires grit, discipline, and relentless execution. When you leave Amity, success should be measured not only by the degree which you are going to earn, but the value you add to the society and the integrity with which you live your life. If I were to offer you a simple practical framework for coming year, a success mantra to design the life of your dream, I would suggest these 5 pointers to you. The first, own your growth. Vivekananda ji once said that you are the creator of your own destiny. So while I say own your growth, it is important that you should understand that your present will determine your future. What you are going to do today will actually shape up your tomorrow. So it is important that the student, you should cultivate a mindset which should add to the progress of your life. Build emotional resilience. This is very, very I believe this resilience word is very, very important in everyone's life. That actually gives you power. Every time we are setting our goals and making an effort for the achievement of goal, we all plan a lot of things, but it is not necessarily that we all are going to be successful in first attempt. So it is not necessary. We all know that Thomas Edison, who has invented the bulb, when he was successful, there was number of failure behind his success, and each failure is an opportunity to learn. So I suggest that embrace failure as a feedback and be resilient. It gives you a power to bounce back and to face the challenges of the life. You should, while you find yourself in a difficult situation, when you feel that this is something which has happened and this is the adverse, बुरे से बुरा अभी time है, but just take a pause, don't react, and try to bounce back. Build a support circle. Surround yourself with the people who challenge you and who lift you. The third is master the art of consistency. It is very common that while we are informally discussing among ourselves, we always point out that so-and-so is so lucky that so-and-so has achieved so much in life. So-and-so is so lucky that in a very young age, the person has achieved so much. But my dear friend, you fail to recognize the sacrifice, you fail to recognize the efforts and hard work which that person has put up to reach to that level. Therefore, always remember that success doesn't come by accident. The success it is consistently built. It is built by putting the consistent effort, brick by brick, and always remember a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. There is a word which is written at point 7, Kaizen mindset. So Kaizen is a Japanese word which talk about that the small improvement, if we keep doing those improvements continuously, the collective result of those improvements is much bigger. And this is how the small improvement, the small changes, positive changes, which you are going to make in your everyday life is going to change your life. Cultivate empathy and character. I truly believe that the true success is incomplete without compassion. As I said, that amity, we are truly committed to imbibe a quality of not only of good professional, but at amity, we are strongly committed to build character. So build your character, be a good human being, lead with integrity. The most important point, take care of your health. Yeah, we all are in rat race. We all know the level of competition we are facing. But very important, don't ignore yourself. Never ignore yourself. Never ignore your health. आपके बड़े बुजुर्गों ने बोला है, हमारे बड़े बुजुर्गों ने बोला है, पहला सुख निरोगी काया. So if health is good, then only you will able to drive every other thing. So while you have a lot of pressure of your academics, you have a lot of pressure of your co-curricular, extracurricular activity, but you need to learn the art of making a balance between your health and your all other commitment. So you have to fuel your mind and body with appropriate sleep hours. You have to de-stress yourself, and you have to learn how not to become the slave of your device. How not to become the slave of your device. And this is how you would be able to make a balance. My dear freshers, university life is a canvas of immense opportunity. It will pass faster than you imagine. Do not be a silent spectator in your own life. Dive in completely, participate in every opportunity, make lifelong friends, and build memories that you will treasure forever. Once again, on behalf of entire management of Amity University, Haryana, on behalf of our most respected River Founder President, sir, our Honorable Chancellor, the senior management team of the university, the faculty, staff, students, deans, HOI, I welcome you once again. Go ahead, discover your potential, aspire your greatness, and achieve your highest dream. Before I close, I want to show you the last slide and video, which I feel is very, very inspiring. So, my dear student, what we can or cannot do, what we consider possible or impossible, is rarely a function of our true capability. We have hidden power. Everyone has that hidden power. Everyone has a potential. But that potential is unrecognized. So it is very important that each one of you must utilize full potential of yours at Amity University, and I'm sure that each one of you will have a success story in life. Thank you, and wish you all an extraordinary journey ahead. Change the mindset from impossible to I am possible. Jai Hind, Jai Amity.
Thank you very much, sir, for your insightful and heartfelt welcome. Your vision, expertise, and unwavering dedication continue to inspire and lead our university towards new heights of achievement. Next, it is my honor to introduce and invite a visionary leader whose integrity, dedication, and foresight have been instrumental in shaping the university's path of excellence and innovation. A true pillar of our institution, he transforms vision into reality and challenges into opportunities. Please join me in extending a warm and enthusiastic round of applause for our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. P.B. Sharma, sir.
I purposely wanted to save some time because I know that fools don't become vice chancellors. They got to be having substance, vision, and drive. And they must have a mentor. They must have somebody who prays for them. And I'm so delighted, ladies and gentlemen, that we have today with us our Honorable Founder President himself joining this August function in the illustrious presence of His Excellency Sri Akhilesh Misra Sahab, the former ambassador to Ireland of Government of India. And what more, I have Mrs. Misra also with me here, along with Excellency Misra Sahab. And we are also joined today from the Niti Aayog, one of the young, vibrant, and inspired mind of young India, who is driving himself the agenda of visioning the Viksit Bharat at 2047, Dr. Sasank Sai, the Director of Higher Education and responsible for visioning Viksit Bharat and planning the strategic pathway to achieve that goal, is here with us. We are so much delighted that we also have the Director of Education Division from the Taipei Economic Culture Center in India, Madam Miss Jill Lage here. I have on my dais the illustrious friends of my own university, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, the deans, the members of the faculty, the strong officers of the university, Rear Admiral Pandey Sir, Squadron Leader S.K. Singh, Major General S.C. Jain, Major General Dhul sitting here on the dais, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Dr. UN Singh, my members of the faculty, and my very dear student friends. Let me at the outset extend to you a very warm welcome on my personal behalf, on behalf of the entire Amity University Haryana family, to be with us on this day, which is your very first day at our university, to walk miles away to achieve your goals and aspirations, as Pro-Vice Chancellor has rightly informed to you. On this very important day, when you begin your journey on the pathways of academic excellence, curiosity-inspired research, relevant-driven innovations, and shaping yourself as outstanding professionals of this new world, I extend to you a very warm welcome, my very dear freshers, and to your proud parents on this day. Nothing could make me more happy to be part and parcel of a university put together by the visionary guidance of our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, led today at this university by our illustrious Honorable Chancellor, Sir. Honorable Founder President was very clear in his mind that he is here in India not merely to establish yet another university, but a chain of universities of difference, which will create an army of men and women of competence and caliber, but also empowered with courage, conviction, and character of the kind which this world requires to create that vital change, so that the development that we make, the progress that we make, also results in terms of happiness and layers of good health for the humanity at large. He was also very careful that while we disseminate the knowledge in our classrooms, groom you and prepare you for the future in our research laboratories or engage you in innovations, we also ensure that we blend the modernity with our rich Sanatan cultural heritage. And that is why at the beginning of the DEEKSHARAMBH today, Excellency Misra Sahab, Dr. Shahaji, we started our DEEKSHARAMBH with the Vedic Havan, where we imbibe the age-old cultural Sanatan tradition of reminding each one of us that what we are offering to God Almighty is not ours, it's yours. And that's why Idam Namam was recited after every single ahuti that was provided to fire in the Vedic Havan that we perform. We are very conscious of the fact that the world tomorrow would be 10 times better than what it is today. But it requires courage, conviction, competence, and character of the kind that the new generation called G&G requires. And that's why at the DEEKSHARAMBH itself, when you begin your journey on the pathways of academic and research excellence, I invite you to take yourself very seriously. My Pro-Vice Chancellor has asked you to discover. I want you to discover yourself much more than you discover the world around. I want you to discover in you your innate potential. I want to discover in you your own areas of interest, and also discover in you that you are a great human being and you have to shoulder a great responsibility as outstanding professional of this new world which is in the making. And that is why on this very first day, I have chosen to address to you on a theme so dear, so important to me. I want you to be the new generation Gen G professionals of this new world which is being empowered and driven by the advancement that we are making on the fronts of artificial intelligence, machine learning, whole lot of big data analytics. But more than that, we are causing automation, unprecedented. We are utilizing the power of connectivity, the power of mind, and power of innovation unleashed from the power of minds of those who come to the universities here in India and around the world to create empowerment of the kind that perhaps the previous generation never has seen. When I was a fresher like you, at that time in the late 60s, we hardly had our access to the good quality textbooks. We were looking around for knowledge We were so much tuned to the classroom teaching at that time because every single word uttered by the teachers at that time meant a lot to us. Today, you are very fortunate with the advancement of hyperconnectivity, the layers of advanced technologies which will support you for your learning, and the advanced technologies that are available for you to serve the vast body of knowledge. You are in a new age today where you could even challenge your teacher and say, "Sir, I know all this, what you are teaching here." When I went to Birmingham for my own master's and doctorate degree, when teachers were teaching me at University of Birmingham, I was a little boy like you sitting in the classroom. I said to my teacher, "Sir, I know what you are teaching here in the master's degree. I have learned in the undergraduate degree itself." They were rather amazed that how could it be that a person coming from the central part of India, from a small engineering college for the higher study to University of Birmingham, had the courage to say that I have learned what you are teaching here at the master's level. Today you can do much better than what I have done at that time, because today you have the right access to the vast body of knowledge and the reservoir that you have around, and come prepared to the classroom with a tremendous amount of euphoria and interest in the subject matter, and drive the agenda of envisioning new applications and new understanding and newer insights of the subject that you learn in the classrooms or in the laboratories outside. The learning today does not finish merely in the university campus. You got to connect to the vast body of learners around the world. Look at the advancement taking place in various research laboratories around the globe, and empower yourself with the layers of knowledge and curiosity of the kind that the world requires today. The freshers, you are the new generation. We call it Gen Z, quite different from the age that I have. And I invite you to take yourself seriously. Discover yourself. Set your goals. These must be very clear to you. You must be great achievers. But I don't want to stop merely at achieving what I can achieve in a university. I was, of course, a gold medalist when I passed out my degree of engineering. But that was only a beginning of the journey, illustrious journey, the pathways on which I have to walk and make profound contributions to my own motherland here and to the global humanity at large. And therefore, while achievements are important, it's also equally important for you to convince yourself that you would utilize your achievement, your glory, for the greater, larger collective good of the humanity. And it is that inspiration, today it has become more important than ever before, because the whole world is looking at you. Not only we here from the podium, the whole world is looking at the Indian mind. They are looking at the billions of youngsters that we have here. 600 million plus youngsters are looking towards coming to the universities and empowering themselves here in India. The whole world is looking at the talent pool of India. And that's why the expectations are very high from each one of you, both from within as well as from the world community around. I invite you that this new world, however, requires, in fact, in my opinion, that besides knowledge and innovativeness that you possess in plenty, I assume, you nurture in you the capability to learn at a rapid pace, be curiosity-driven and outcome-focused, and develop innovation as a habit, at the same time nurture in you a great human being to create a better tomorrow. I want each one of you to move forward, and of course, at the university here, at Amity University, we have emerged as one of the country's leading institutions in higher learning, distinguished by excellence in academics, path-breaking research that we call, innovations that we make a habit here in the university, and we lead by example in sustainability. And I take immense pride of being part and parcel of the Amity University, where air quality is at least 4 times better than what you would have in the National Capital Territory of Delhi. And surely it's better than even the Millennium City of Gurugram here. I have my water-secured campus. Every single drop of water that we have here is conserved. All the rainwater that we receive is properly harvested in our 129 plus harvesting pits that we have. Every single drop of wastewater coming from the entire campus is reprocessed and reutilized and no one is spared in reutilizing the wastewater, including the house of the Vice Chancellor. And that's the kind of conviction with which we are driving the agenda of leading by example. No wonder that we are rated at number 60 among the universities of the world, 4,000 plus universities from 157 countries participating in sustainable development goal on the quality of life on land. Our university, as has been informed, has been rated at 60 among the top 100 universities of the world. It's not a mean achievement, my friend. Each one of you have to imbibe this spirit of sustainability. Make it a conviction in you that you will walk along the pathways of growth and advancement and achievement, but at the same time commit yourself to achieve your highest of contribution to ensure that India becomes one of the happiest and one of the healthiest nations by marching along the pathways of sustainable development of the kind that we are promising for Viksit Bharat 2047. This is not an ordinary achievement, my friend. We are looking at India at 2047. Dr. Sahib will inform you better, and Excellency will give you a better insight. But for a person like me, 18% of the humanity living here in my own country, 1.47 billion people today are in fact expected to contribute much higher. Our own economic development must ensure that from a near $4 trillion economy that we are today, we need to go to minimum $40 trillion by the time we celebrate 100 years of our independence, which means we have to go 4 times bigger than what we are today in terms of economic prosperity. And if that is to happen, it has to be alongside with ensuring that highest levels of sustainability and compliance to sustainable development goal is also achieved. I am anxious to see that the net zero emission for a nation like ours must not be just 2070. I want to ensure that India becomes net zero by 2047 or even earlier. It's possible, it's doable. Our forefathers always ensured that waste is no waste. And that's why when I grew up, when I was a child, there was nothing like a waste. Our rivers were as pure as the rivers of nectar. The air was as good as the pranavayu. And in fact, people were very healthy also. People like Maharana Pratap, they were so damn healthy that I cannot lift even their dress today. That is, of course, in the museum at Udaipur. I want you to visit. People were healthy, people were happy, and they were also ensuring that the development of the kind that we make and prosperity we achieve is associated with happiness and good health at the same time. It is that kind of India gene G, in my opinion, the generation G is expected to co-create with the power of knowledge that you achieve here in the university, with the power of science and might of technology which you develop, and also at the same time a commitment and conviction in you that it is possible. I want to see my India to rise to the level of $40 trillion economy by 2047 and smile as one of the happiest and one of the healthiest country. Today, of course, our index is questionable as far as happiness and health is concerned. I want to change all this. It is possible, but it cannot be possible without you. People like you, in my opinion, are the promise for the developed India of our dream, and I invite each one of you to take your cause seriously. I also want to move to the next slide. I also want to ensure that your first day at university here, the 5th of August, must give you tremendous amount of inspiration. You are on one of the most auspicious day today. When I graduated in 1969 with a gold medal, surprisingly, the day when the result of my final year was declared in the newspaper, the news was that man has walked on the moon. That was, in fact, that's the 5th day, 5th of August. It must inspire you to think of Neil Armstrong, who said that a small step forward today will be the giant leap forward for the universe, for the mankind. Take tremendous pride that it happened on 5th of August. Have the courage and conviction and the scientific temper and technology love of the kind that Neil Armstrong had, who went to Purdue University for his studies at that time. People like you must draw tremendous amount of inspiration from this day. You must also feel proud that on this day, the Bhumi Pujan of Lord Rama Temple was carried out at the most holy town called Ayodhya, the birthplace of Lord Rama. And this day, therefore, marks the renaissance of cultural and philosophical heritage of our great country. We look toward Lord Rama not merely as a god of the Hindus, but a personal personage from where we draw a tremendous amount of inspiration to always be on the side of the truth, to work with courage and confidence to create a better tomorrow, to eliminate the suffering of the vast humanity. Remember what Lord Rama himself has said when he looked the sufferings of the mankind here in India and the torturous people like Ravana and his army torturing my billions of people here. He took a solemn vow. He said, निश्चरहीन करऊं मही भुज उठाए प्रणकीन मैं भुजा उठा करके ये प्रण करता हूं इस सृष्टि को निशाचर विहीन कर दूंगा. It is this kind of pledge you have to take today, that you will eliminate the suffering of the mankind. You will create a disease-free society by your love for your applied sciences and life sciences and nanosciences, applied medical sciences, and you will also create a country of plenty, in fact, so that each one of us could have tremendous amount of engagement. And you must also, in my opinion, draw tremendous of inspiration from a day to day to have that courage and conviction and love for science and technology, but also Janni Janbhuma Swargadapi Gariyasi, the kind of conviction which Lord Rama had to ensure that our own motherland must be one of the most prosperous day. India advances with confidence toward cherished goal of Viksit Bharat 2047. I invite each one of you to dedicate yourself wholeheartedly to the pursuit of knowledge, innovation, and righteous conduct, so that your personal success becomes an integral part of our nation's collective progress. I also want each one of you should feel immensely proud today that you have become a part of ever-growing Amity family that upholds the age-old Vedic tradition of cultivation of knowledge with the purity of thought and living a life full of divinity and working with passion to give your very best in any activity that you pursue with a focused attention to its positive outcome. This is a nation that reminds you that not only Satyamev Jayate, you must say Nanratam, केवल सत्य की विजय नहीं, असत्य की कभी विजय नहीं होती, ये भी आपको कहना होगा. You have also to think in terms of sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya to be the guiding principle of your work life. And you have to ensure yoga, sarve karmeshu kausalam becomes the hallmark of your activity, even when you go to the classroom or the laboratory or the innovation labs of my university. You must uphold the high moral standards, respect the heritage and culture of our great nation. You must shoulder social responsibility and show your compassion to the vast humanity that resides in a country like ours. You must have courage, self-discipline, and patriotism of the kind that the Viksit Bharat requires. You must be leading by example in sustainability, minimizing your own consumption. I do not want you to have your cupboard full of dresses and not to think about the pollution caused by the textiles. As a vice chancellor, I wear the same suit almost for the whole week and then change another one and so on. I don't want my cupboard to be filled with so many pair of dresses without bothering about what the vast humanity will think about people of knowledge. You have to submit yourself to the cause of aparigraha, which means live with as minimum possession and consumption as possible, so that you are in a position to leave plenty for others and work for the welfare and well-being and lead by example in sustainability. Generation G, you are the nation builders in the age of artificial intelligence. You are India's first truly digital native generation, born in the world of smartphones and search engines, and now coming to an age in a world being rapidly reshaped by artificial intelligence, algorithms, and higher-end machine learning, technologies, and autonomous systems of this new age. The human history has thus placed upon your shoulders a rare privilege and equally unique responsibility to be not merely witness to this great digital transformation and a smart and intelligent technology revolution, but be its architects, be its conscience keepers, and its torchbearers for achieving the goals and missions of Viksit Bharat 2047, the aspiration of 1.47 billion people who live in this great country that considers the whole world as one family, as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and has chosen to stand on the Vedic foundation of Satyamev Jayate all along. I want you to submit to these basic tenets of our great culture, and I'm sure you are aware that at the beginning of the year 2026 at New Delhi, our government has convened the India Artificial Intelligence Impact Summit 2026, the first global summit of AI hosted in the global south, anchored around three important sutras, which I thought I must remind you. The first one is, of course, people. And therefore, whatever we do as an advancement of science and technology, especially in the era of artificial intelligence, the interest of the people must be straight in front of our eyes. I cannot do anything that will harm the interest of the larger collective good of the humanity. Human-centric technologies and human-centric scientific development is what we require today. We must keep the planet of which we are a part. We call our planet as Mother India, and we have to take great care of this planet, Mother Earth, on which we are living. There's only one planet in this whole cosmos at the moment that we know where you have life, and we cannot sacrifice the interest of planet anymore merely because of production and profit of the kind that we have been nurturing in the past. I do not want science and technology to be slaves only for maximizing production or maximizing profits. I want to see that science and technology in true sense become human-centric. It takes the interest of people and planet close to their heart. And at the same time, we must ensure that the progress becomes a reality. I do not want to be a miserable nation where I don't have money in the pocket. I want to have plenty of money in the pocket, but I also want, as I said, the interest of people and planet to be protected. And that is why people, planet, and progress are the mantras with which we need to configure our journey of enlightenment on the pathways of education, research, and innovation in a university like ours. These are not distant headlines for you to read and forget. They are the very word of learning, the word of work, of good governance and responsible citizenship into which you are stepping into as students of engineering, management, law, humanities, pharmacy, nursing, allied medical sciences, media and journalism, and applied sciences at our university here. Next one. The Government of India AI mission and the newly announced Semiconductor Mission 2.0 in the Union Budget 2026-27 are building the very foundation like computer infrastructure, chip fabrication, data governance, upon which your generation will construct the India of tomorrow. Whether you study computer science, whether you study biotechnology, law, or journalism, you will find artificial intelligence, data, and automation already woven into the fabric of your discipline. In our curriculum design at our university, we have taken excellent care to ensure that no matter what discipline or domain you choose for your undergraduate or postgraduate education here in our university, you will have plenty of opportunity to empower yourself with the layers of artificial intelligence, big data analytics, and the most modern computing and technology-enabled systems that you would require to trade and transact after graduation. I urge you to see yourself not as passive consumers of these technology, but as their responsible shapers, firmly grounded in ethics, sanskaras, and the civilizational universal values of our great ancient Sanatan civilization, even as you master the tools and skills of the future. Next one. I hope somebody driving the computer. Sandeep, next one. Yeah, there you are. At our own university here, we are consciously driving the agenda of achieving high in research and development. And today, I'm very proud that we have as much as 50 crore worth of projects. 119 higher-end research and development projects are being pursued here in my university. We have filed 341 patents. We have contributed to higher-end publications. Our H index of the university stands at 86, and we have as many as 50,000 plus Scopus citations for the publications that we have made. We are very conscious to focus our attention to the high-quality publications and research that we carry out here. The relevance of research and quality of publication is of great interest to us. Keep on clipping further because your Vice Chancellor speaks faster than you click. Go to the next one. Next one. Go further. Good heavens, I would have taken, we have established a great facility at our university, Dr. Shah. This is called Central Instrumentation Research Facility, prepared under the visionary guidance of our honorable founder president. This facility utilized not only by the researchers within our own university, but by the researchers coming from the neighboring universities and neighboring states also. And I'm very happy that a facility like this is the core, is the backbone of the research that we carry out in our university here. Going to the next one. Whole lot of innovations that we cause here in our university. We lead by example in sustainability, as I have already said. In fact, last evening, my OSD, Mr. Sandeep Singh, took a count of what the air quality is. It's mesmerizing. PM1 is coming as low as 2.1 microgram per cubic meter at the university. PM2.5 is as low as 2.5 microgram per cubic meter. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure the young freshers, you know that the limit set out by the WHO for the healthy air is 5 microgram per cubic meter. And here you have 2.1 microgram, 2.5 microgram, and PM10 that accounts for the bigger particle is at 8.5 microgram per second. Therefore, you must breathe the healthy air of my university and nurture in you a commitment to ensure that you would live one day when the entire air in the NCR would be as good as it is here in my university. That's the kind of dream. That's the kind of science and technology that I require, the innovation that we cause in our university. Your seniors at AUH have done a marvelous job by designing and developing intelligent robots, smart drones, AI-powered applications for early detection of diseases, AI-based surveillance and detection of frauds, AI-powered decision system for finance and enterprise management, forensic sciences, tomorrow's therapies for impacting human behaviors, stress management, designing and developing nutritional food for tomorrow, and also looking at molecular medicine coming from our own indigenous roots of indigenous medicinal plants and herbs, and also nano-scale devices, futuristic renewable energy solutions. We are looking for a day, Dr. Shah, that one day I would say that you have liquid nitrogen at room temperature in a bottle like this. Currently, liquid nitrogen is at minus 257 degrees centigrade. That's why it's not so easy to achieve. I want to see a day with the new science and new technology empowerment, that we have a promise in the new age, that we should be able to break ice and say that I have, in place of water now, liquid hydrogen in this water at room temperature. If you can achieve that, you would have solved the problem of renewable energy for the whole of the world. You would have solved the problem of renewable energy for the whole of the world by redesigning your solar cells and let them be of the efficiency 98%. Currently, they are at 18% or so. From 18, I have to go to 98. And I can do this consciously, provided my new generation utilizes the capabilities of new science and new technologies. You have to develop new materials. You have to develop new devices. You have to ask God Almighty, how can the heat of solar energy be directly converted into electricity like I convert light into electricity? Tomorrow's solar cell, in my opinion, not only will be transparent, they will have the capability to convert the entire light as well as entire heat into electricity, and that's the promise of the day. Then you will have solar cells of 98% efficiency. That's the kind of promise, that's the achievement of the kind I want you to set your goals to if you are pursuing science. I don't want to learn science only to know what is this, what is that. I want to learn science to make impossible possible, to achieve those goals which will make the global humanity immensely proud of Mother India and its children who come to the university for science and technology education. Liquid nitrogen at room temperature, solar cell of 98% efficiency must be your dream. By the time you graduate from a university, let the world say that we have solar cells of 98% efficiency. Let there be liquid hydrogen at room temperature. It's possible. After all, this is hydrogen and oxygen that I have in my hand here. You have to negotiate this bonding between hydrogen and oxygen in a manner that it says, okay, sir, thank you so much. I am only liquid hydrogen. I can be burnt, and I can be burnt at room temperature. That's the kind of promise. That's the kind of new science that I want you to pour your mind to nanoscience and technology and new layers of chemistry and physics of the kind that we require. You must also submit to the cause of peace, harmony, and progress unprecedented, as we are now in the Amrit Kal of our Azadi, and 80th Independence Day of our great nation is not very far on 15th of August 2026. Going further, I want you to remind yourself that the 5 resolves that my Pro-Vice Chancellor has given to you should not be forgotten, because they would be absolutely essential for you to aspire and achieve your goals. But I want you to pledge with me for 5 important cardinal principles as your resolve today when you are beginning your DEEKSHARAMBH. The first one is, of course, be on the side of the truth always, and always fight the untruth. You should say, Satyamev Jayate Nanratam Satyene Pantha Yatato Devyana. I also want you to have self-discipline. Submit to the cause of self-discipline. Let the Vice Chancellor not tell you, do this and don't do this. You ask yourself what is good to you, and your self-discipline will then empower you with the kind of discipline that you require. You must have universal welfare in your mind. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya is not only for the Panditji to recite during the Havan. It must be our guiding principle and philosophy on which we need to build our competence and caliber and our commitment to the global humanity. Oneness of diversity that our forefathers have understood so deeply that they have called this whole world as one family, as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one world, one family, and one common future, was in fact the agenda of the G20 summit that was concluded here in the New Delhi by our government presidency. I want you to make this as a resolve that oneness of diversity and diversity of oneness will be the hallmark and guiding philosophy for each one of you, to not only think of the welfare and well-being of your own people, of your own university, of your own country, but also for the vast humanity. I want each one of you also to take tremendous amount of national pride. Lord Rama himself is on record to say, Janani Janbhuma Swargadapi Gariyasi. I have to make heaven on earth here. And I can assure you India could be one of the best heaven on earth, provided we all work together with the resolve to making our nation as one of the most prosperous, most happiest and healthiest nation on planet Mother Earth. This national pride is not merely to say Jai Hind or to say Sare Jahan Se Acha. We have to make Sare Jahan Se Acha. We have to be part and parcel by our own actions and commitment to see that we are the very best nation in the world. Who will create it? No one else other than people like us. Our work excellence must also invigorate our mind all the time to give our very best to the work activity, and we must play to the ethical AI and the innovations of the kind that will create responsible citizenship and a global humanity where science and technology would be utilized for the goodness of humanity, for the welfare and well-being of one and all, and also for protection of the rich, wide diversity of this beautiful planet on which we are here. Let me conclude by praying for each one of you and pray to God Almighty. Ladies and gentlemen, I take this opportunity to express my profound gratitude to the Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhan, and Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Sim Chauhanji, for giving me the privilege and honor to be part of this great mission, Amity, and to serve along with my worthy team of officers and enlightened faculty members this great university for the last 12 years. This is my 13th Sermon on the Mount that I have delivered from this podium to the class, to the freshers, and to serve along with my worthy, this great university, which in a short span of 14 years has already earned a high repute for the quality of education, industry-relevant research, and innovations and patenting of ideas and technologies that has achieved global eminence for its accomplishment. I wish you, the class of 2026, a very happy, academically rewarding, and professionally rejuvenating student life at Amity University, Gurugram. May you become the responsible citizens of this new world, being shaped by the advancement of artificial intelligence and the advanced technologies and new scientific advancement of the kind that are mind-boggling. Let you be innovative. Let you be serving the cause of creating a compassionate humanity in Generation G, let you be the nation builders that Bharat needs in the age of artificial intelligence and smart, intelligent machines and systems of the new age. Let you, at the end of your Deekshant, today the Deeksharambh, we will meet you at your Deekshant Samaroh also. After 4 years from today, let you at that time rise to the stage and receive your degrees and awards and honors in the august presence of our Honorable Chancellor and Founder President, sir, and the illustrious dignitaries present would be present at that time and glow the conviction and eminence that you nurtured during your student life at your alma mater, namely Amity University, Gurugram. I invite you for preparation of that kind. Thank you so much for giving me this great opportunity to address you this day. And thank you, Dr. Juneja. Thank you, Dr. Sachin Juneja, my Director Admission. Thank you, Admiral Pandey, sir. Thank you, Dr. Manish ji. Thank you, squadron leader, sir. And thank you, my brilliant officers of the university, who will always be devoted to you with head and heart, including my very strong Major General Dhul, the Dean of Student Welfare. On the dais, जरा खड़े तो हो जाओ, पता तो लगे मेजर जनरल कितना मजबूत होता है. जरा रियर एडमिरल आप भी खड़े हो जाओ, जरा पता तो लगे कि नेवी को प्रोटेक्ट कर. रियर एडमिरल पांडे is one of the most distinguished person from the Indian Navy that I have, and also Rear Admiral Major General Dhul sir. Of course, my Director Admissions, Dr. Sachin Juneja, you are the one who brought them all here. I want to thank you and your admission team from the core of my heart, your marketing team also. And I want to thank each one of you, my dear freshers and your proud parents, for giving us this day for the university. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your truly inspiring and thought-provoking address. Your visionary leadership and unwavering dedication continue to steer our university towards new benchmarks of excellence. We are deeply grateful for your constant support, invaluable guidance, and enduring commitment to the Amity fraternity. As Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, has also addressed, before we proceed, I invite you to experience a soulful rendition of the Vedic Shanti mantra, Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, a timeless prayer for peace, well-being, and harmony. Beautifully blending ancient wisdom with contemporary music, this presentation celebrates India's rich cultural heritage in a modern expression.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. भारत की ये पहचान हो, सनातन का सम्मान हो. भारत की ये पहचान हो, सनातन का सम्मान हो. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति. भारत की ये पहचान तन का सम्मान हो.
That was really soulful and sacred. I'm sure it has invoked the divine blessing in each one of us. Due to an unforeseen last-minute engagement, our Honorable Chancellor Sir, Dr. Aseem Chauhan, could not join us in person for the orientation program. However, he is watching the proceedings live and has conveyed his heartfelt blessings and best wishes to all of our new students and participants. His constant encouragement and good wishes are with us, with each one of us, as you embark on this exciting, successful, and enriching academic journey. Good wishes from Chancellor Sir to all of you.
It is now my privilege to introduce our distinguished keynote speaker, Dr. Shashank Shah, a globally recognized thought leader, public policy specialist, acclaimed author, and one of India's foremost voices on leadership and nation building. Ranked among the top 200 most influential global thought leaders and recognized as one of APAC top 50 voices, Dr. Shah is a recipient of the prestigious Chevening Gurukul Fellowship for Leadership and Excellence at the University of Oxford. He has also served as J.N. Tata Trust Scholar, Fellow, and Project Director at Harvard University. A TEDx and Talks at Google speaker, Dr. Shah has delivered over 200 keynote lectures across the world and authored the acclaimed books The Tata Group, Soulful Corporations, and Win-Win Corporations. He currently serves as Director and Senior Specialist in the Higher Education and Viksit Bharat Perspective Planning and Visioning Divisions at Niti Aayog. Today, he will share his insights on the inspiring theme, the leadership mindset, learning, values, and excellence. Before we invite Dr. Shah to deliver the keynote address, it is our privilege to felicitate him as a token of our respect and gratitude. May I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir and Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Sir to kindly come forward and do the honors. As a mark of our esteem, we are delighted to present a shawl Please give a huge round of applause. A memento and a sapling symbolizing our shared commitment to knowledge, growth, and sustainability. Let's keep that energy going and those hands clapping. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, may we once again express our appreciation with a warm round of applause. May I now invite and have the honor of inviting Dr. Shashank Shah to kindly deliver his keynote address. The stage is yours, sir.
मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि आप लोग बहुत सीरियस होकर के बैठे हुए मेरे सामने, जरा मुस्कुराओ. Give a hope to Dr. Shashank Shah that the new generation of learners here in India is fully prepared to create India of our dream with the support and directions of Niti Aayog of our country. जरा मुस्कुराकर एक बार जोर से ताली बजाइए डॉक्टर शशांक शाह के लिए. Including those who are sitting in the balconies, many of you. I want each one of you to glow that happiness of the day today. This is your very first day at the university. मैं जब आपकी उम्र में पहले दिन था तो इतना प्रसन्न था. ओह, अब तो फिर क्या बात, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में आ गए, इंजीनियरिंग पढ़ेंगे, चांद पर जाएंगे, मंगल ग्रह पे जाएंगे, दुनिया के लिए ऐसी ऐसी चीजें बनाकर देंगे कि लोग कहेंगे क्या क्या किया है. जरा उत्साह में रहिए. प्लीज बी enthusiastic. Over to you, Dr. Shah, please.
Thank you. Respected Vice Chancellor, Professor D.P. Sharma ji, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Vikas Madhurkar, respected Deans, directors, registrars, controllers of examination, heads of departments, on the dais and off the dais, parents, and my dear students. A very warm good afternoon to all of you. I am truly honored to be here to deliver the keynote address at the DEEKSHARAMBH ceremony of Amity University, Haryana. The energy and enthusiasm in this auditorium, the largest on campus, is palpable. Every seat is filled with students and their parents. In fact, more seats had to be brought in. That shows the kind of enthusiasm that is there on this very important day in your life. You have gathered here after tons of hard work in your K-12 journey and now are at the threshold of a new journey in your life when you have joined this esteemed institution with hopes and aspirations for a wonderful future that lies ahead of you. I wish to draw your attention to the very name of this program, DEEKSHARAMBH ceremony. What is the meaning of this particular name? Is it just a name based on our Indian culture and heritage? Or is there a meaning to this particular name? It is important for you to know that this marks the commencement of your years as a student. And hence Deeksha, which means a vow of a student, and Arambha means beginning or commencement of the journey of your vow as a student. So effectively, it is the commencement of your journey as a student of India's higher education ecosystem, which has 4.5 crore students. And you are now a part of that elite group as a member of this esteemed institution of India. This journey has begun with Deeksharambh, will end with the Deekshant Samaroh or the convocation. So the journey from Deeksharambh to Deekshant, which is the commencement to convocation journey, marks a very, very precious period of your life. So in the first part of my keynote, I would like to talk about the vows, W-O-W-S, but also the vows, V-O-W-S, or the Deeksha that you would be taking and pursuing as a student. So what are those vows? There are 4 of them that I have identified. The very first vow is the vow of self-transformation. A vow you are making to yourself that in these 4 years, you would be working towards your own self-transformation. Why is this self-transformation important? We are all aware of the fact that the most precious metals on earth, gold, silver, platinum, and the most precious of gems, diamonds, emeralds, rubies, are all available in their impure form in the womb of the earth. It requires phenomenal amount of refinement and transformation that makes them the shining metals and the shining gems that adorn various aspects of our lives and personalities. This process of self-transformation from the womb of the earth to the pinnacles of the processes that they occupy is the process of self-transformation. Each one of us during these 4 years needs to go through this process of self-transformation so that our raw form can become a refined form, so that when we leave the portals of this institution, we are ready to contribute to the world in the best way possible. Because these are the best years of your life. I used to be told this when I was your age, almost 25 years ago, and I was told that the youth is the most precious period of one's life. And the waters of the Ganga, once they merge into the ocean, do not come back. And the age of youth, once it withers away, does not come back. Today, 25 years later, I do remember and realize that definitely the years of the youth were the most precious, and the investment that you make in your own self-transformation during these years to refine yourself to make the best version of yourself will stand in good stead for you for the rest of your life. The second vow is the vow of self-purpose. In the era when we used to write letters, on every envelope there used to be a to address and a from address. From where is the letter coming and to where is the letter going. Our journey of life is like that envelope. We need to be clear where we have come from, and we need to be clear where we are heading to. A letter that did not have a to address or a from address ended up in the dead letter office. Similarly, if we do not know where we come from, and if we are not clear where we want to head to, what is the purpose, what is the goal that we have identified for ourselves in our lives, then we too end up in the dead letter office of the society and the world we live in. And hence it's very important that you take the vow in these 4 years to identify where you wish to head, where you wish to reach, and what impact you wish to create for the world, for the society, through your personal and professional goals and their fulfillment and success. The third vow is the vow of self-discovery, identifying our true potential. We are all living in a world of FOMO. We are constantly suffering from FOMO, the Gen Z lingo for fear of missing out. We are all thinking that we are missing out on something, that if we don't do this, we won't make it. If we don't gain that, we will not make it. We are like what is called in our culture, but also exists in reality, the Kasturi Mrig or the musk deer, which is running around through the jungles and hills and valleys, trying to find out where the phenomenally beautiful fragrance that it is smelling is coming from, not realizing that that musk of the musk deer is very much in the belly of that musk deer. That potential that we wish to realize is very much inherent in us. It is not something that has to be gained from outside. It is something that is to be realized and achieved. And it was for this reason that Swami Vivekananda had said that education is the manifestation of the perfection already latent in us, which means that that perfection is already in us in the seed form. The process of education is to refine that and become the best version of ourselves. So that self-discovery is the vow of these 4 years. And the last of these 4 vows is self-effort. How many times we repeat the word paneer paratha, we are not going to be able to satiate our hunger. Either that paneer paratha has to be prepared or it has to be procured. After that, it has to be heated and it has to be consumed. Only then will our hunger be satiated. Similarly, for all the self-transformation, self-purpose, and self-discovery that we have indulged in, the self-effort that we need to make is going to play a very, very important role. And for everything that you did through your K-12 to now, walking, talking, reading, writing, singing, dancing, acting, speaking, all of these were an outcome of self-effort. The word for this in our culture is abhyasa, practice. What took 1 year, walking, it took 1 year, if you realize. If you look back and analyze, it took you 1 year to walk. You fell down so many times. Your mother used to walk in front of you, ajao, and keep walking behind so that you take those additional baby steps and become perfect at walking. It took you 2 years to learn talking. It took you 6 to 8 years to learn alphabets, and thereafter phrases and sentences, and then writing essays. It was a journey of 12 to 15 years to reach where you have reached. It's the investment you have made in yourself, but it's a function of the efforts that you have made. Similarly, going ahead, we will have to make efforts in order to reach our to address, in order to refine ourselves to be that shining gem, and in order to achieve the purpose and discover our true potential. This journey of many miles has begun through your commencement program today. So in fact, even suggest to the university that instead of calling it a student induction program, we may call it the commencement program and end with the convocation program, because that would be the branding that this generation would be able to relate to. The second part of my keynote, I'd like to talk about the potential of a Viksit Bharat. You are all born at a very, very opportune time in history. In 1947, when we gained independence, it was the generation of my grandparents who courted arrest for the Quit India movement and went to jail. My maternal grandfather was in jail for 27 months in Ahmedabad, and then in Mumbai, and then in Pune to fight for the independence of our country, not knowing that in 1942, 5 years later, they will gain the independence. Today, 80 years later, we have addressed large parts of the problems that we inherited. The problems of roti, kapda, and makan have been largely addressed. We are working towards addressing the issues of bijli, sadak, and pani. And today, India is among the top 5 economies of the world. It is the fastest growing major economy in the world, and is the one with the largest population and the largest demographic dividend in the world. So we have all the right attributes that it takes to become a developed economy in the next 25 years. One of the tangible definitions of this Viksit Bharat has been given in economic terms, that will be a $30 trillion economy. Today we are about a $4 trillion economy, which means a 7.5 times growth in less than a quarter century, which means that 75% of India that we all will see in the next quarter century is yet to be built, which means that it is your and our generation that will be giving the best years of their professional and personal lives in building the developed India that we all want to live in. We will not only be building that developed India, we will also be living in that developed India. An India for which lakhs and lakhs of freedom fighters sacrificed their lives and youth so that your and our youth can be in a prosperous, healthy, inclusive, and happy nation. So in all of this, the third part and the last part of my keynote, what is the role of leadership, which is the title of my address. What role does leadership play in realizing the vision of Viksit Bharat? Let me tell you, the greatest scarcity in the world today is not of money. As it was mentioned by a great Nobel laureate in economics, that in the next 25 to 30 years, poverty will be seen only in the museums. Poverty will be eradicated from the face of the planet in the next quarter century or so, largely. So it is not the dearth of resources. It is not the dearth of money. It is the greatest scarcity in the world today is the dearth of good leaders. Men and women of character who can and who will leave behind their footprints on the sands of time, that will inspire the multitudes that will follow that path in the decades and centuries that will follow. That is the purpose of our journey of leadership. And it covers 3 aspects: learning, values, excellence, as is mentioned in the title. I have already shared what learning means. Learning does not mean reading the texts and regurgitating that in the examinations. That is not learning. I already shared what learning means through the 4 vows that all of us have been embarking on today through our commencement journey. Second is values. We are living in an era where IQ or intelligence quotient will no doubt be required, but it will have to be integrated with EQ, which is emotional quotient, and SQ, which is spiritual quotient. And remember, it is EQ and SQ that will help you to be a true leader. Because after a certain stage, IQ can be outsourced. Unfortunately, we are today, even before reaching any stage, are outsourcing our IQ to AI. Instead of using as an intelligent tool to assist us, we are outsourcing our basic faculty of thinking to AI, which is not desirable. So I forewarn you that use AI as a tool. You be the master and let AI be the tool that goes by your thinking. Do not also outsource your thinking to AI, because that is the greatest virtue in creation that has been given, thinking to human beings. The remaining 84 lakh species, or rather 83 lakh 99,999, do not have intelligence. They live by instinct. It is only human beings that have been given intelligence by nature. So use AI to further your intelligence, not to substitute your intelligence. But that IQ can be outsourced to a certain extent. But the resilience required to survive in a VUCA world, in a hyper competitive world, will have to be your own virtue. You cannot outsource resilience to AI. You cannot outsource resilience to your team members. You cannot outsource resilience to the organizations that you build and work in. It will have to be your own competence, your own virtue. And second, you cannot outsource compassion. The SQ that is required to be living and succeeding in the 21st century that we are, that compassion has to be your own virtue. It is important that we have integrated personalities with IQ, EQ, and SQ developed in these 4 years of your stay at the university. And I'm delighted to note that that is a priority as highlighted in your Vice Chancellor's address. I'd also like to highlight one point. It has been mentioned any number of times in the introductory messages that have been given today that this is a green campus. But it's very important for us as these generations that we are living in to keep in mind that India has a challenge of abundance. It also has a challenge of few. What is this few? FEW. Food, energy, and water. We are the most populous country in the world, and there is a limitation to each of these three. And hence, I think it is our generation's responsibility to use all these three very, very cautiously. So let this be our mantra. Don't waste food. Don't waste energy. Don't waste water. I think instead of identifying ourselves as Gen X, Gen Y, or Gen Z, which are mainly marketing titles given for classifying consumers in the field of management and marketing, let all of us collectively be Gen G, a green first generation that will help India become a developed economy through the green paradigm, which is going to be our unique contribution to the planet, because all other countries that have become developed economies have used all the resources in an unlimited fashion. We do not have that privilege, and hence it's very important that we become Gen G, or a green first generation. I'll conclude with excellence. Your Vice Chancellor mentioned Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam. True yoga or spirituality is excellence in action. What is excellence? Excellence is an outcome of immense trials and tribulations that one goes through in order to realize the aspirations that we have identified for ourselves. Nobody has forced us to reach any particular height. We need to identify our true address. Keep in mind, you have to identify your true address. But while realizing that true address, while building on your potential, while transforming yourself, you will have to face a lot of trials and tribulations. How will you manage these trials and tribulations? In my life, there are 6 books which have inspired me immensely. I'm sharing those names with you. If you would want to make a note of them, in your 4 years, try to read these 6 books. It will give you immense clarity on your journey after your convocation. I think the very first book is the autobiography of President Kalam, Wings of Fire. You will learn how to rise after falling. It will teach you the power of learning. Second, read the biography of J.R.D. Tata, which is called Beyond the Last Blue Mountain. And you will learn how enthusiasm can play a role in building an entire sector from scratch. In his case, the entire civil aviation sector of India owes its origin in a substantial measure to Sri J.R.D. Tata. Third, read the autobiography of Paramahamsa Yogananda, which is called The Autobiography of a Yogi, which has inspired several successful entrepreneurs. It will teach you the power of awareness of our innate human potential. Fourth, Read the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi, My Experiments with Truth, and you will learn the power of discipline. Fifth, read the biography of Swami Vivekananda, which is called The Life of Vivekananda, and you will learn the power of excellence with detachment. And sixth and lastly, read the biography of Jamsetji Tata, called For the Love of India. And you will learn how to be a businessman and work for the benefit of your country and yet build a successful business empire through the cycle of virtuous wealth creation. You will learn the power of responsibility. Through these 6 books, you will learn learning, you will learn enthusiasm, you will learn awareness, you will learn discipline, you will learn excellence, and you will learn responsibility. LEADER. Through 6 lives, you will learn how to be a leader par excellence. I'm sure this will guide you for the rest of your life in an immense measure. As you begin this golden phase of your life, and with full of enthusiasm to contribute not only to the personal success, to your family's aspirations, but also to the success of the sectors you wish to contribute in, and to the well-being of the society, the nation, and the planet at large. I wish you the very best in being exemplary citizens in the service of our nation and in the service of humanity. May God bless all of you. Jai Hind.
एक बार और जरा जोर से ताली बजाइए, क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा मंत्र डॉक्टर साहब ने आपको दिया है। और जो 6 किताबें बताई हैं, ये सारी 6 की 6 किताबें अगर एक बार आप केवल इनका फ्रंट पेज और कवर पेज भी पढ़ लेंगे तो जिंदगी में बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच इंडीड फॉर गिविंग सच सक्सेस मंत्राज एट अवर दीक्षारंभ 2026. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Shah, for your insightful and inspiring address. Your valuable perspectives on leadership, public policy, and nation building have provided us with meaningful reflections and a renewed sense of purpose. We deeply appreciate your time, wisdom, and contribution to this enriching session. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, it is my delight to introduce our distinguished guest of honor, Ms. Jill Lai, Director of the Education Division at the Taipei Economic and Cultural Center, India. Ms. Lai plays a pivotal role in strengthening educational and cultural ties between Taiwan and India. As the head of the Education Division, she leads initiatives that promotes academic collaborations, student and faculty exchanges, joint research, and institutional partnerships between leading universities of both countries. Through her vision and leadership, she has been instrumental in creating meaningful opportunities for students and educators to engage in global learning and innovation. Over the past years, Ms. Lai has actively expanded Taiwan-India academic cooperation through several landmark initiatives. She reaffirmed TEC's commitment to deeper collaboration with IIT Gandhinagar, focusing on technology-driven partnerships, academic exchanges, and short-term learning programs. She has also inaugurated the Taiwan Education Center at the North Cap University, opening new avenues for student mobility, research collaboration, and Mandarin language education in partnership with leading Taiwanese universities. Her engagement with institutions such as IIT Guwahati and the Rajaram Bapu Institute of Technology further reflects her dedication to fostering international partnerships that empower students, encourage faculty collaborations, and promote excellence in higher education. A strong advocate of education as a bridge between nations, Ms. Lai believes that academic cooperation, cultural understandings, and innovation are key to building enduring global partnerships. To honor our esteemed guest of honor, I now invite Ms. Jill Lai to kindly come forward and accept a token of our respect and gratitude. May I also request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, and Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, Sir, to do the honors. Can we have a huge round of applause? As a gesture of warmth and tradition, we present a shawl. As a mark of remembrance, a memento, and as a symbol of our commitment to growth and sustainability, a sapling. Thank you, everyone. I request ma'am to please address the gathering.
Good day, everyone. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Sharma. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Vikas Manhaka, sorry. Honorable Sri Akisha Mishra, the former ambassador to Ireland. Honorable Dr. Shanaka Shah, Director of Higher Education and Vishal Bahar. Honorable Registrar Dr. Ravi Manuja. And distinguished faculty members, honorable honored guests, parents, and most importantly, dear students. It's my great pleasure to join you today here at DEEKSHARAMBH 2026. And congratulations on your first day to begin the exciting journey in your life at Amity University, Haryana. And my sincere thanks to Amity University for inviting me to share my view and perspective with you at the special occasion here today. And actually, I'm very excited as you are here because it's my first DEEKSHARAMBH, right? Okay, in India, because I never been in any orientation program in India. And, I'm very, inspired by the, wisdom that your executive leaders at the university here to bring us today. And so every one of the new students here, I'd like to congratulate that you secure your safe space at the most prestigious university in India here today. And university is not just about learning a degree. It's about discovering your passion, broaden your horizons, and preparing yourself to become a future leader. And I'm pretty sure Amity University, Haryana will be, will take you here, will take you to be the future leader. Today, I would like to share two thoughts with you. First, become global citizens. The world had never been more interconnected. Whatever career you choose, you will almost certainly work together with people from different countries, different background, different culture. Being a global citizen does not mean giving up your own identity. It means taking pride in who you are while remaining open to new ideas, different perspectives, and international collaboration. Second, never lose your curiosity. Every scientific discovery and technological breakthrough begins with someone ask why or what if. Universities are places where curiosity should flourish. Do not afraid to challenge conventional thoughts, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes often become the first step toward innovation. I'm a diplomat from Taiwan to many different countries. This is actually my 5th country in my career. And I work for international education for almost 30 years. And I have witnessed, how studying abroad transform young people. Besides academic knowledge, you can earn by studying abroad intercultural understanding, adaptability, confidence, and lifelong international friendship. These experiences definitely will prepare you to solve global challenges through cooperation. So anyone know where is Taiwan? How far away? Any one of you have been in Taiwan? I know many, yeah, on the stage you have been. Taiwan is about, I just know that we will have a direct fight between Taipei and Delhi from 1st of December this year. So the direct fight will take 6 hours from Delhi to Taipei, okay. So, although, Taiwan and India are different countries, but, our ties has grown, steady through education, trade, technology, and the cultural exchanges. And Taiwan and India now, we are more closer than before through what? AI, technology, digital economy, and that create exciting opportunities for young talents like you are here today. Okay, let me introduce you more about Taiwan. Okay, so, my last term working in Thailand, I asked Thai students, what is if you use one term to describe Taiwan, what will you say? What will you say? Oh, Thai student told me Taiwan is a high-tech island. Is that true? And so how many people here knows the high-tech companies in Taiwan? Okay, let us name TSMC, Foxconn, Acer, ASUS, Delta Electronics, MediaTek. Okay, so some of them are already investing in India, like Foxconn, Delta Electronics, and the PSMC, with the Tata for semiconductor. Okay, so do you know 90% of the most advanced chips are made in Taiwan? Do you know that? Okay, the most advanced chips are made by TSMC. And, not mention that, all his supply chain in Taiwan, that create, a big, chips and AI's ecosystem. Okay, so what makes Taiwan so advanced in high-tech innovation? Most of you, will study at Amity University, and you will know that, Amity is very research-oriented and always encourage you to become innovative and, bracing the challenges. And that is what Taiwanese are. And our Taiwan, invest nearly 4% of our GDP annually at research and development. That make Taiwan one of the highest investing economy globally. And what kind of opportunities that will bring our young students and the international students, if you go to Taiwan, also join us, that, you have a lot of opportunities to participate in research, internship with the high-tech companies in Taiwan. And you could develop entrepreneurship and, innovation in Taiwan, while you are still students at the college. And we are great that Amity University already established the ties with Taiwan, long time ago, about 10 years ago, already established the Taiwan Education Center at Amity University Noida campus. And if you take advantage to our Taiwan Education Center, you will be able to get to know how, Taiwan create our economy, our Taiwan culture, also, interact with our Taiwanese teachers that are teaching Mandarin at Amity University. And we also, through the Taiwan Education Center, we promote study opportunities and also exchange opportunities to Taiwan. We provide, the very, generous scholarship to Indian students, young talents like you. Let me briefly introduce our scholarship programs, which you could, go to consult with the Taiwan Education Center at Amity University further up in the future. We have a Huayu scholarship for Ministry of Education in Taiwan that provide you about 85,000 rupee each month to cover your tuition and living cost. And the scholarship could last for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, up to a year. And another scholarship that allow you to study Mandarin Chinese in Taiwan. Another scholarship is Ministry of Education Taiwan Scholarship. They will provide you almost free tuition fees, tuition free, and also a monthly stipend for if you study for a bachelor degree in Taiwan, your living stipend will be about 45,000 rupee a month. If you study for master and PhD degrees in Taiwan, the stipend will be about 60,000 rupee a month. Okay, so, we offer very generous scholarship because we want to bring, international talents to study in Taiwan and also work for us. Because our technology, is expanding so quickly. So we need a lot of young talents like you to work for us in the future. Now we need it, but our investment in India is not that big number as we have in Taiwan in terms of high tech. So we basically our partnership with India and the other countries in higher education. Our goal is still we want to bring more international talents to study and work in Taiwan. Okay, maybe most of you don't know our living standard in Taiwan is very high. Our economy is growing so well, and that maybe you don't know that we predict at the end of this year, 2026, our minimal GDP per capita will be 44,000 USD dollar. That surpass Korea. Korea predicted at 37,000 USD dollars, and Japan 35,000 USD dollar. And so our income in Taiwan grows so rapidly, which will be like a 15 times of India, nominal GDP per capita. So we, provide great, career opportunities. And so we wish, consider Taiwan as your major, studying and, work destination. Okay, as I conclude, I would like to leave you the final thought that your education is not simply preparation for your job. It is preparation for a lifetime learning, innovation, and service. The future relations between Taiwan and India were not just shaped by governments, but by students like you here, and the researchers, entrepreneurs, educators. And please, remain curious, embrace opportunities beyond your comfort zone, and always believe yourself that your ideas can make a positive difference to the world. I wish you every success in your studies, a rewarding university experience, and a brighter future ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lai, for your inspiring and insightful address. Your words have beautifully highlighted the significance of international collaboration and academic partnerships. We deeply appreciate your valuable presence and contribution to this occasion. Can we again have a huge round of applause for ma'am? Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great respect that I introduce our today's esteemed chief guest, Honorable Shri Akhilesh Mishra Ji, former Ambassador of India to Ireland, to deliver his distinguished address on the theme Young Minds of India, Leadership, Innovation, and India's Journey towards Viksit Bharat 2047. A distinguished member of the Indian Foreign Service from 1989 to 2026, Ambassador Mishra has represented India with exceptional distinction across South America, Europe, Asia, North America, and Africa. During his remarkable diplomatic journey, he served as the Ambassador of India to Ireland, High Commissioner of India to the Maldives, and Consul General of India in Toronto, in addition to holding several key diplomatic assignments in countries including the United States, Afghanistan, Tanzania, Nepal, Peru, and Italy. Within the Ministry of External Affairs, he played a pivotal role in shaping India's strategic relations with neighboring countries and strengthening multilateral partnerships through forums such as BRICS and IPSA. As Additional Secretary, Developmental Partnership Administration, he supervised India's overseas development assistance portfolio valued at nearly 43 billion US dollars, covering infrastructure, capacity building, humanitarian assistance, and international development projects across the globe. Ambassador Mishra ji has also made outstanding contribution to international education and science diplomacy. He has worked extensively with universities, research institutions, and scholarship programs, promoting academic collaboration and capacity building worldwide. As Director General of the Indian Council for Cultural Relations, he championed India's rich cultural heritage by strengthening international cultural exchanges, supporting scholarships for foreign students, and promoting Indian languages, art, and tradition across the world. A passionate advocate of India's civilizational wisdom, Ambassador Mishra has devoted years to the study of ancient Indian literature, philosophy, governance, and diplomacy through original Sanskrit, Pali, and Prakrit texts. His scholarly interests beautifully complement his distinguished diplomatic career, making him a unique bridge between India's timeless heritage and its contemporary global aspirations. An alumnus of IIT BHU Varanasi, where he topped both his BTech and MTech programs with a record academic performance, Ambassador Mishra is widely admired for his intellectual brilliance and his deep commitment to mentoring young minds. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the privilege of listening to a diplomat of exceptional experience, an accomplished academic, and a lifelong student of India's intellect and cultural heritage. Please join me in extending a warm and heartfelt welcome to Ambassador Akhilesh Mishra ji. To honor our esteemed chief guest, I now invite Honorable Shri Akhilesh Mishra ji to kindly come forward and accept a token of our respect and gratitude. May I also request Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir and Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor Sir to do the honors. As a gesture of warmth and tradition, we present a shawl.
I would like Mrs. Mishra also to please join on the stage. Please come, ma'am.
As a mark of remembrance, a memento, and as a symbol of our commitment to growth and sustainability, a sapling. Can we hear it louder? We would also like to give small gesture. I also request Mrs. Riti Mishra, Ambassador Madam, to please come up here, join us. Can we have a round of applause for Madam Ambassador as well? The applaud should continue. Thank you, ma'am. Please join me in extending a very warm welcome to Ambassador Akhilesh Mishra ji. The stage is yours, sir.
Namaskar. My heartiest congratulations to all dear students and also to the entire family of Amity University. First of all, I must thank Sanjay ji and Professor Sharma ji for also inviting my wife, Riti Mishra, because this is the place where I didn't want to come half-heartedly. Also, I must applaud the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor and the university for a very beautiful title of today's function. Like orientation program, I have attended many, and student induction programs I have attended many times. As a diplomat, I had very close interaction with the students here, foreign students coming to India, Indian students going to different countries, foreign universities, Indian universities. So coming to university is a great privilege, great honor for me. Also because I happen to be son of a professor. So I'm very struck by this word DEEKSHARAMBH. I think for the first time I'm hearing this. दीक्षांत तो सुना है, लेकिन दीक्षारंभ मैं पहली बार सुन रहा हूँ. और ये दीक्षारंभ मुझे बहुत अपील करता है, क्योंकि दीक्षा वर्ड इज इतना सार गर्भित है, so full of meaning and so full of wisdom. In Sanskrit, there is a very beautiful mantra in Yajurveda. Vraten diksha mapnoti. दीक्षया मापनोति दक्षिणाम, दक्षिणा श्रद्धा मापनोति, श्रद्धया सत्य माप्यते. व्रत means sankalp, determination, determined effort. Diksha means insight, a kind of entry into world of knowledge, entitlement to knowledge. Dakshina means discernment, power of discrimination. Shraddha means firm belief, faith in the superiority or desirability of your objective. Satya means knowledge of things as they are. So, vratena diksha mapnoti, vrat gives you diksha, diksha gives you dakshina, dakshina brings you to state of shraddha, and shraddha leads you to truth, satya. Satya is removal of two negatives. One is not knowing the reality, true nature of things. Second, removal of wrong knowledge of things. For example, we see a rope, but we see a snake. So lack of Satyagan leads one to wrong choices, decisions which cause suffering. Like I mentioned, seeing a snake where there is actually just a rope. Every one of us wants to be happy, but because of our ignorance, we end up taking decisions and doing some things which are bound to cause suffering, when actually there is no cause or reason for suffering. We suffer. You may say, why is Ambassador Mishra talking about philosophy or Sanskrit? I am not studying Sanskrit, I'm an engineering student. Friends, I am also an engineering student. But I can tell you what subjects you are studying at this stage, whether it's engineering or medicine or pharma or communication, whatever field you are studying, this is just a line of action. But you conceive a tree, there are different branches, but all of the branches, if you think carefully, then they are all connected at the root. Yeah, and this is a very significant message of our sages. यह सर्वम जानाति स एकम जानाति, यह एकम जानाति स सर्वम जानाति. So ultimately, all different paths you are taking will lead to the same path. The ultimate truth is the same for everyone, but there are infinite number of ways to reach the ultimate truth. Ruchinam vaichitriyat Riju kutil nana pathajusham nirnam eko gamyastomasi payasa marana vaiva. Like there are different paths, different rivers which ultimately go to the same ocean. So depending on individuals' interests, ruchi and vaichitriyat, our inclination, our natural mind is different. So we all take different paths, but our ultimate objective is the same. So unity and commonality of purpose, ultimate goal, regardless of the courses you are following, the message, the vision, the ultimate objective is the same. As my very dear friend, young dynamic professional colleague, Shashank Shah ji mentioned that Deekshan is a very profound, very, very significant milestone in your life. And this is actually crossing a threshold, a milestone in your life. I see this threshold in two terms. One is like threshold of higher expectations of your family, your society, your country. Second is higher level of responsibility as an adult. You are seen now onwards as someone who is fit to take own decisions and choose even the government for the whole country and be accountable for your judgments. Friends, also you have heard a lot about the importance of wisdom and education and the glorious record of Amity University. I must also caution you that you, unlike us, are passing through a very, very complex, fluid, uncertain international global situation. The contemporary backdrop is very different from what we had. If you look at India, your own country itself, we are the third largest economy in purchasing power parity terms, and on the way to becoming the third largest in absolute nominal GDP terms, US dollar terms. It's just a question of time. We are the fastest growing major economy, but also you look at the pace of transformation within the country is mind-boggling. It has been mentioned earlier that in demography, we have the largest population in the world, but not just the population, but also the skilled manpower pool, the full spectrum of skills, IT, biotech, engineering, medicine, finance, space, nuclear. We are the third largest cluster of unicorns and startups. So India is transforming in a manner at a pace in which we have, at least I in my 60 years now, I have not seen this. Secondly, the democracy, when India became independent, a lot of foreign political scientists and leaders, they ridiculed India for going whole hog adult franchise and adopting a democratic form. Many people thought that it will not sustain in a country like India when we had so little literacy rate. But now we are very proud that our democracy is well established, vibrant, is a beacon of hope and stability in a very difficult region. But friends, I must also remind you that democracy is not merely holding of elections or gaining power through elections, but democracy is founded on certain values, the centrality of the common people. Without the centrality of the spirit of service to the people, not in the narrow sense of serving my own family or serving my caste community members, but serving the nation. Without this nation building, without the vision, determination, the dream to build a Viksit Bharat, I'm afraid we have huge challenge before our demography, before huge challenge in front of our democracy itself. We have the risk of it being fragmented. So without the sense of collective duty, the democratic freedoms have the risk of running and leading us into chaos and mobocracy. So if you look at international situation, again, we see it's a very complex, very fluid, very uncertain situation. We have seen a very prolonged period of uncertainty starting particularly from Corona pandemic, then war and conflict, war in Europe, the heart of Europe itself, the conflict in West Asia, and whatever is happening, it has global impact. Even if we are not there, we are not participating in the conflict, but it has a much wider impact in terms of fuel, food, fertilizers,
The supply chains have been disrupted. The rule-based order, since the Second World War, we are all comforted that there is a rule, international law, which is being observed more or less. But now that international framework of country-to-country engagement is under serious threat. The trade, technology, economic relations, which normally we saw as a sign of strength of bilateral relations, they are being weaponized for coercion. And India is not unaffected by whatever is happening outside. We can't remain insulated because we have globalized, we have been more globally integrated. The export, import, investment needs of India are growing. The fuel imports are very critical for our economy, for growth. Also, our diaspora has grown and diversified. We have about 36 million strong diaspora spread all over. So anything happens negatively, it affects us through our diaspora. And also, it has been mentioned by Mr. Shah that the artificial intelligence, again, this is a big imponderable. How it is going to affect our society, particularly your future, is not yet known. So coming to the need of innovation, in the currently prevailing situation, there is absolutely no doubt to me that we need an innovative approach. And by innovation, I'm not thinking of a new product or a new item. I think what we as Indians need to accept that the 75 years old way of doing business is no longer acceptable. Also, the models which other countries followed, like China, Europe, America, to industrialize and gain massive growth in their GDP and per capita income, those models are so destructive for our environment that we cannot afford to replicate them. So we need, as a big country, as a country which has about 1/6 of the world's population, we need unique solutions which are homegrown, solutions which are affordable. And in doing this, we have to maximize the use of local produce. And also, as Professor Sharma has been reminding us always, every time he speaks, the need to utilize, tap the immense wisdom that exists in our local traditions, our traditional knowledge systems. Friends, in fact, with regard to the way forward for our young students, the new entrants to this university, I think we have to, my message is that for you, duty comes first. Like Arjuna's story in Mahabharata is that he is only focused on the bird's eye. You must also concentrate what is your primary objective is. That is to study and gain knowledge. And gaining knowledge is not the same thing as getting a degree or certificate of excellence or a license. It's not just accumulation or access to information. This is not knowledge. Pustakastha tuya vidya parhastagatam dhanam karyakale samutpanne na sa vidya na tad dhanam. If you have knowledge inside the book, or money lying in somebody else's pocket is of no use. Because when you need it, the knowledge which is there in the book will not come to your rescue. And also the money in somebody else's pocket will not buy you a sweet dish. So what they say is the purpose of education is pragya. Pragya is internalized understanding, enhanced level of wisdom and consciousness. That is shiksha. No memorizing, but imbibing, realizing the truth. And in fact, again, Rigveda goes very bluntly that yes, tannaved kim richa karishyati. If you don't realize the truth, the ultimate truth, what is the purpose of chanting all the Rigvedic mantras? Even richa will not be of any use to you. Second, friends, as part of education, again, based on my own experience, that what I studied as engineering is no longer relevant. So for you young students, my advice is that don't be narrowly focused on your own branch of study, because future is going to require a multidisciplinary approach, interdisciplinary approach, holistic knowledge. not narrow compartmentalized domain-specific experience. Also, like you need a more human-centric understanding and approach in every field you are engaged in or going to pursue. Also, it is very important to realize that because the future is multidisciplinary, no single individual is going to have all the knowledge which is needed to make an innovation. So you need to train yourself to work as part of a team. Also leadership, also networking, because you come from different parts of India, different backgrounds, and also maybe getting different countries, students to come and study here. So networking and interacting with them is useful. You must observe, listen, and be conscious to your surroundings. And also national developments and also global developments. And our tradition has been to welcome beneficial ideas from all over the world. No bhadrah kratavo yantu vishwata. But it is important that bhadrah, you have to judge what is impinging on your mind, is good for you and beneficial for you or not, bhadram for you or not. For example, internet has flood of information. Whatever a teacher can teach you is there on the internet. But internet does not have everything which is good. There are some things that are bad, something which is reliable and authentic, but also there are things which are not authentic. They are fake narratives, they are falsehood, they are deliberately mischievous, divisive propaganda being spread through internet. So we as individuals have responsibility to be responsible and judge for ourselves what to accept, what not to accept. It may not be always very easy to distinguish what is good, what is bad, and what is worthy of your attention and focus and what is to be rejected. Because in life, we come across things which are pariname vishamev yatta dagre amritopamam. In the beginning, it looks very delicious, very nice, but in the end, it's like a poison, it's harmful. So it is therefore important for you to have someone we call guru to consult, to clean your vision, guide you what is to be pursued. You can consult your guru, you can consult your parents or anyone whom you trust, but sometimes you must keep that line open, the channel of communication open, so that whenever you are in doubt, ask. There is no harm in asking. Also, friends, my message to you is that you must stay positive and stay constructive. You must shed the negativity, because sometimes I feel very sad that in the young generation, there is a lot of like misdirected negativity, which is not really necessary. Because if you look at India, India is the brightest spot in the world. And I say this having worked in all continents myself. So there is no country which is better than India. Every country has problems. Sitting in Delhi and Bangalore and Chennai, we only see the positives of different countries. We don't see the crisis that each country is facing. Also, I must say, we, because of our resilience, resilience of philosophy and heritage and family system, we have the greatest resilience and optimism. And for you, youth, this generation, I'm very happy to share that you have far more opportunities than have existed any time in India before. Also, you must think of solutions, not be trapped in the vicious cycle of being bogged down with problems and complaining about problems. We have such great momentum going on in startup culture, the innovation culture, and for the first time, we have a government which is committed to supporting private initiatives in every field. Also, the Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is very important part of Viksit Bharat, the self-reliance cannot remain to political slogans or diplomatic rhetorics. It has to be a national determination. We must reduce our dependencies on essential items, and to the extent possible, we must all individually prioritize homegrown products and think of local solutions to the extent possible. And we all can be like you come from different parts of India, different cities. At least each one of you can be a promoter of a product which is identified with your district, your village. Under one district, one product, think of the product and you be the brand ambassador of that product. How do you promote? Also, friends, because I have gone through your phase, I know that many of you would be actually worrying about what next. You have already heard DEEKSHARAMBH and also you have heard DEEKSHANT. So in between and beyond what? So my advice again to you is that please don't worry too long ahead in the future. Go step by step. In Veda, there is a very interesting imagery of climbing a hill. Every step is important. Unless you take every single step properly, you can't reach the top of the hill. And also once you reach the top of hill, then you see what lies ahead. So you will come to know what lies ahead after next 4 years. Don't worry too much from the day one now. Also, my friends, it has been referred to by one of my distinguished speakers, friends earlier, that don't blindly copy anyone else. If any branch of study or any action or any coaching or something has helped someone achieve excellence and great recognition, please don't follow blindly because it's not going to help. You must align your career choice with your own natural talent, your own personal interest and inclination. If you are able to do it, it's not easy. If you are able to align your professional and your personal inclination, then you will be a star. Also, I know that many of you may be looking at civil services and Indian Foreign Service for career. This is not the time to think about it. You can call me or connect with me later. My advice is that please stay focused on your current respective courses. Although you must keep your eyes and ears open and gain a holistic understanding of what is happening. Build a rounded, cohesive, conscious, compassionate, positive personality. And that will be the best preparation for the civil services or Indian Foreign Service. Lastly, my friends, you must be proud. You must individually feel proud of your unique identity. You may speak different languages, you may follow different faiths, you may come from different costumes and all kind of varieties, the pluralities identified with India, but each one must be proud of your identity, your country, your civilizational cultural heritage, and Indian knowledge tradition. I think this is very important for you to be proud of. And this heritage, the essence of Indian knowledge tradition, the essence of Shiksha is Vivek, power to discern, discriminate between what is to be done and what is to be avoided. In Upanishad, there is a Dikshant message that Guru says, tells the disciple that Yani anavadyani karmani tani sevitavyani no itarani. Yani asmakam sucharitani tani tvayopasyani no itarani. The Guru says to the disciple that you must follow only, in my conduct, you must only follow what is a good conduct. If there's something which is not good, you must not follow. Yani asmakam sucharitani tani toyopasani. Only those are to be observed by you, not others. And friends, in the end, I must again end with a Vedic prayer. Pradurbhutosmi rastresmin kirtim vriddhim dadatu me. हे ईश्वर, मैं इस महान राष्ट्र में पैदा हुआ हूं, मुझे कीर्ति दो, मेरे राष्ट्र को वृद्धि दो, समृद्धि दो. मैं यही प्रार्थना करता हूं कि आप में हर एक की जो अभिलाषा है वो देश के विकास में और विकसित भारत के संकल्प के साथ जुड़ी हो और अपने जो कर्तव्य हैं उनका पालन करते हुए आप स्वयं को, अपने परिवार को, अपने समाज को, अपने देश को तो गौरवान्वित करें ही और विश्व में भी एक सकारात्मक संदेश भेजें. उत्तिष्ठत जागृत प्राप्य वरान निबोधत. जय हिंद, वंदे मातरम.
Thank you, sir, for such a thought-provoking address. Your words have illuminated the pathways to achieving success that is not only personal but also purposeful, rooted in values and vision. The perspectives you shared, drawn from your vast experience in diplomacy and leadership, have given us much to reflect upon as we strive for excellence in our own respective journeys. On behalf of everyone present here, I extend our deepest gratitude to you for gracing this occasion and for enriching us with your insights. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me once again in expressing our heartfelt appreciation for Honorable Akhilesh Mishra ji. As we draw this remarkable session to a close, it is time to express our heartfelt gratitude to all who made it possible. To do the honors, may I now invite our esteemed Registrar Sir to deliver the vote of thanks. Their words will encapsulate our collective appreciation and mark a fitting end to today's proceedings. Dr. Manuja, Registrar, Amity University, Haryana, was the former Registrar, Amity University, Mumbai, and Registrar cum Dean. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremony, Honorable Founder President, Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, distinguished Chief Guest, illustrious guest of honor, eminent keynote speaker, my learned colleagues, esteemed faculty, respectable parents, and my dear students. On this momentous occasion of DEEKSHARAMBH 2026, as I proceed to propose the formal vote of thanks, my first thoughts and my first thanks go to our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, and our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Asim Chauhan, whose vision and far-sightedness have resulted into the creation of #1 education group of the country with a formidable presence abroad. The group is committed to the propagation of quality education with special emphasis on research, innovation, and creativity, benefiting lakhs and lakhs of aspiring students. My sincere thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. P.B. Sharma, who is a constant source of inspiration for all the faculty members, the entire staff, and the students. Thanks, sir, for your pearls of wisdom and a clear message to the parents, guests, and the students. My special thanks to our young and dynamic Pro Vice Chancellor, Dr. Vikas Madhukar, for his singular devotion and immense contribution to the growth and development of the university, as also for his endeavor of taking AUH to glorious heights. Thanks from the core of my heart to our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Akhilesh Mishra ji, and gracious Lady Madam Riti Mishra ji, distinguished guest of honor, Ms. Jill Lay, keynote speaker, Dr. Shashank Shah, for sparing their valuable time from their extremely busy schedule to be with us today. Thanks also for their brilliant ideas, views, and thoughts which have benefited all of us, particularly the young students who have chosen to be a part of Amity University, Haryana. My sincere thanks to the deans, directors, HOIs, HODs, the faculty, the DSW, Deputy DSW, Director Admin, Director Hostels, Director Hospitality, Director Admissions, the Proctor, Director Security, Director HR. All of them have really contributed immensely to the success of DEEKSHARAMBH 2026. My appreciation for and thanks to the Masters of Ceremony for doing a wonderful job. My appreciation for and thanks to the organizing team for a meticulous planning and the perfect execution, making DEEKSHARAMBH a grand success, the inaugural session. My special thanks to the parents for accompanying their wards and for reposing great faith in amity. My sincere thanks to Colonel Chopra, Dr. Seema Pathak, Dr. Sunita Sharma, Dr. Komal Tomar, Dr. Lucky Krishna, Dr. Anju Bala, Dr. Sanjana Vij, Mr. Manoj Sahani, Dr. Paras Chawla, Dr. Isha Jayanti, Dr. S.K. Jha, and all others who have really contributed to making this event a great success. But yes, my real thanks are to you, the students. My best wishes to all of you, my prayers to all of you that your stay at Amity, results into a great, excellent achievement for each of you. And if I got to give a very short message, I would say that all these 2, 3, or 4 years, you must value hard work, perseverance, and must retain that sincerity of purpose. The only thing you will need to do is just change the way you look at things. Just change the way you perceive things, and you are going to have miraculous results. And the change is रोशनी करने का अब अंदाज बदलना होगा. रोशनी करने का अब अंदाज बदलना होगा. चिराग ही नहीं जलाने, चिराग बन के जलना होगा. चिराग बन के जलना होगा. With these words, thank you and my best wishes to all of you, my dear students. Thank you so much.
क्या बात है. मुझे लगता है यंग जनरेशन सोच रही होगी कि सारा कुछ तो आज पढ़ा दिया, अब बचा क्या है. सही मायने में आज तो दीक्षारंभ प्रारंभ हुआ है. You will learn from your teachers. Teachers will learn from you. Together, you and your teachers will learn a lot from the industries with whom we have active collaboration and cooperation. You will learn a lot from the people around you. You will learn from Mother Nature. And you will create in you, in fact, an abiding faith to utilize your knowledge for the larger collective good of the humanity. It is this preparation, this journey, it begins today. Though we have taken the liberty of heavily loading you with tremendous amount of advice, counsel, because this was दीक्षारंभ. ये कोई शिक्षारंभ नहीं है, दीक्षारंभ है. और दीक्षारंभ के टाइम पर ये जरूरी है कि कुछ दीक्षाएं आपको, कुछ हिदायतें, कुछ समझ आपको दी जाए. और मैं समझता हूं कि आज जो बातें पोडियम से हमारे माननीय मुख्य अतिथि महोदय ने, की नोट स्पीकर ने, और हमारे लर्नेड स्पीकर ताइवान से जो आए उन्होंने बताई, उन सब से आपके जीवन में एक नई रोशनी आएगी. आई वॉन्ट यू टू लर्न फ्रॉम योर टीचर्स. लेट योर टीचर्स लर्न फ्रॉम यू. Together, you and your teachers learn from the world of work that is around and the world of corporate and industry and society. And together then drive the agenda of Viksit Bharat 2047. Thank you so much indeed for giving us this great day. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. With this, we come to the end of the inaugural session of Day 1 orientation program. We'll have a group photograph over here. And after the group photograph, I request dear students and parents to disperse to the respective venues for their lunch. Those students who have not taken the coupons for lunch should report to their respective departments, register there, take the coupon and go to the respective venue for lunch. And once the lunch is over, kindly come to your departments for ice-breaking session followed by my first day at Amity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your notification.
The lunch is provided by our Honorable Founder President, sir, for everyone. Thank you, sir.